You said you were live NBC?
Yep.
Okay. I don't see you live. That's why I wanted to make sure here.
I may have to refresh.
Okay. Let me refresh. Billy, you see him? You see him live by any chance? I just want to make sure here before. You're welcome, Rick. Anytime.
Showing up.
No. Okay. Bill. Yeah. Billy says no. Also, that's why I wanted to make sure.
What else?
Yeah. A lot of guys. Yeah. They said they didn't see you live. Okay? Booty. You say you see him? Let me double check then. I want to. Usually, you pop up on my other screen. I get a notification. I know Twitch is twitchy. Just
Yeah.
popped up. Perfect. All right.
Nah,
Great.
must have been a
Let me.
delay.
That's okay. No problem, man. I just want to make sure here.
Yep.
BC Master Dad. Perfect. All right. BC Master. Good. All right, guys. Thanks again for your time. It's been a blast. 6 hours and 46 minutes, and it's been pure entertainment. And hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Thanks again, guys. Catch you over at NBC Stream. Thanks, Banner. Thanks, Digitals. Guaza, thanks, guys. Billy, appreciate it. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the show, and hopefully, see you next time. So, please stick around. Come over to my buddy NBC Master Dad. Great dude, great streamer. Bucket, thanks for the follow.
Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Good to see you again. Big Daddy coming in with a rate of 217. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Anytime, anytime.
Thanks for going a little bit longer there.
Hey, absolutely. You're up
Sleep
all
monster
night.
caught up with me.
No,
So-
hey. Look, I was that way last night. It felt kind of bad. I missed the multi-stream with you guys, and if I got some sleep early, I could
Yep.
join you later on if you guys are doing it. But
Oh,
yeah,
perfect. Hey, Chill Will, how we doing tonight? Techno, how you doing? Good morning, everybody. Big Tigger, good to see you guys again. Morning, Sunshine. You too, Billy. All right. Oh, we're going to let the follows go through. Look at them go. It's going to break the bot. Suburban, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Rosin Hex, thank you for the follow. Tucker Brad, thank you for the follow. Bucket, thank you for the follow. Oaks, thank you for the follow. Skinser, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Yep, the bot's going to get broke. All
yeah,
right,
it looks
guys.
that way.
We're going to let it go through. We'll keep going. Mr. JWB, thank you for the host. Billy Alpaca, thank you for the host. Did Gizzle, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time over in my buddy and fellow partner in the FSL. I'm going to take this moment just to give a brief plug. We will be participating in a FSL tournament on this Saturday coming up. I will be streaming that, so please feel free to come out and watch and support the SGA. All right, so first thing we got to do is we got to sleep through the night there. Let's get over by the house. Oh, there we go. And I believe the house is over here.
All right, I'm gonna take a quick get something to drink. I'll be back in a little bit.
All right, bud, sounds good.
All right.
Let's see. Oh, that's not the house. All right, so I think we're all caught up now with that. We're going to do a little bit of work with production, kind of see how that's going some. I've got some stuff laid out for us, but I want to get it back to the daylight. And thanks everybody for all the follows and the hosts and everything like that. You guys are awesome. It's been a real adventure the last couple of days. So I want to thank you guys as the community for supporting the SGA on this. And we're going to continue to keep this going. Chan, man, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. All right, so now we're back to daytime. And what we're going to do is we've got some factories that we've got placed over here. Grand Spoke, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much.
Spork.
Oh, Spork. Yeah, there you go. Hey, Darius. UMC Tanker, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. And if I had to guess, UMC tanker.
USMC, yes, you would probably be guessing
Yes.
correctly.
That's what I was thinking. I'm assuming you were in the service.
And if you were in the service, I thank you, sir, for your service.
Definitely. Holy cow, G-Dog, thank you very much for the 800 biddies. You didn't have to do that, bud. I appreciate it, though. That is awesome. All right, so what we got going on over here? 07, yes, sir. Well,
Hey, Billy.
thank you for your service. Definitely. I appreciate it. I'm currently still in, and 25 and a half years and counting. So, all right. So we've got a bunch of the production laying out here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to turn around and fill up some of these productions and see how it's working. I don't have any cows or anything like that, but we do have different ones. I just got to remember where we put them. So that's the grapes. Maybe we'll fast forward and make some grapes. Oh, thank you very much. Smid Elm, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, so this one here is one of the flower factories. So I think what I'm going to do is let the game save.
I like how the rocks from the field popped up through all of the
You
ground
know,
textures when you put the buildings down.
I know, I don't understand that. And I wonder, too, if it's because of the texture was changed. So I'll have to check that out. Trivia,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you
weird.
for the follow.
It threw me off this morning when you were showing off all of the sheds and everything. I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck is that?
Yep. So it is one of the things that I hope that they eventually fix. Now, this was a field that may have already been plowed and not picked up. I haven't
That's
seen
what
it.
I'm thinking is happening, is because you were placing them into fields,
Mhm.
and it changed the ground texture from whatever it was acting like it plowed it and then replaced it. That's where the
Right.
rocks came from.
Yep. And I would, and that was the same thing I was assuming. I haven't seen any where there wasn't a field. So, it will still be to be determined. All right. So that's the cereal factory. I probably should have paid more attention when I placed these. Where'd I do with the grain? There. I don't think that's the flour one either. What's this one? What are you? Where
That's
are
the
you?
oil, sunflower and canola oil. Yeah.
I know I placed a grain mill. Question is, where did I put it? Yeah, so you can pick those up, Bronco. You just come through and pick them up. This was a field, so that's why that's coming through like that. But yeah, you just take the rock picker and go over it, and it'll be fine. Let's see. Oh, we got some more over here. There we go. That
You could always theoretically shut them off before you place a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I wonder if they're like the weeds, if they were already above the ground, if they would still show.
It's possible. I don't know how that would work. It's worth probably playing around and testing it
Yep.
at some point.
All right. So we found the flour mill, and what we're going to do is we're going to fill this up. So we'll get this truck or tractor going. So I did a little bit of some editing so we'd have plenty of crops so you guys didn't have to sit through me growing the crops. So don't freak out. I haven't been playing it that much that I'm going to have these amounts that you're going to see. But I do happen to know how to edit the XML just a little bit. All right, so, all right, we'll do wheat first. We'll fill this trailer up. And actually, what we're going to do is we're going to put this on a loop. Let's see. We're going to go from here. And what I want to do is I want to create a job. I want to load and deliver. So we want the loading station to be the silo. Gamer GMA, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. All right, so there's that's the right. Yep. There's our silo. And then what we're going to do is the first thing we're going to do is going to be wheat. Oh, no, that's not the silo. Why? Grain pool east. No, that's... There we go. All right. That makes sense. All right, so we're going to start with the wheat right here. And we want that delivered to... Where are you? Grain mill... Grape cereal, debris. I wish it was almost a drop-down menu so you could see it better. Liquid, hayloft, I don't want that. Bioplant, grain, restaurant. We've got energy, sawmill, grain silo west.
It'd be nice if that was similar to the, like the GPS coordinates where you could click click into the box and then click a production factory.
Yep.
Without having to.
Yeah, that would be. And the other thing too is I wish that you didn't, so like whatever you had in there, it would only go to wherever it was taken.
Wherever it was accepted.
Yeah, exactly. So, because this should be the place that we want to go. All right.
Yeah, I can see them making some adjustments to that, especially for once you start to get a lot of factories. It'd be a lot to click through for each one.
It would be, even if it was a drop-down menu, and then you could pick it. But like I said, too bad there isn't a way that you can't just hide the stuff that it couldn't go to, like wheat. I don't need to know that the wheat can't go to
the spinnery, for example.
Exactly, but it still shows up as a spot.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I could see them making some adjustments to it. It's worth definitely, I think, putting some suggestions to them on the on that regard for sake of improvements to it.
Right.
Even if it were, like you said, a drop down where you could then scroll through it faster.
Yep. No, I agree with you 100%. Let's see. Auto feeder working orchards. What do you mean, Bronco? I just think the sounds are so awesome. I really do.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I can't wait to get my hands on the editor tomorrow. Because I already know what I'm going to do to this map, and then I'm going to start a save game. Oh, the mod. Okay, yeah. And then I'll start a save game after that. I got some buildings I want to take out, and, a place to make the farm. And then that's what I'm going to stream on when I'm streaming. I'll end up using that map, at least till either I get another one out or Dave gets one out.
Yeah, I'm gonna start one on base Elm Creek, and I'm gonna go from there, and then once Dave gets a map out or somebody else gets one out that's worth playing around on, then I'll move over to that.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same and everything, but I really think I am gonna play around with the idea of publishing a map this year. So I know Dave's been talking to me a little bit about it and everything, so we'll see what happens, but definitely leaning towards that way. I'll stream gameplay and stuff like that and then just work on it behind the scenes. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying now. Yeah. Yeah, once it comes out, the mod makers will definitely be out there. They'll be cranking out the mods You know, there'll be so many that are garbage, but there'll be some good ones out there. You'll just have to pick through them. I know there's a few that I'm waiting on for sure. The man truck tipper is going to be one of them. You know, to be honest with you, as much as we use GPS and everything like that in 19, because of the way the AI works and the way some of the abnormal fields, I'm really wondering how much of GPS is going to get used in this one, if they even come out with it. Hey, Jared.
Hey, NBC.
Hey, X-Man, how are you?
I still think they're going to have a purpose for Courseplay, unfortunately.
Well, and
Yeah,
I'm kind of curious though. You know what's going to happen
Unloading
with
combines. Unloading combines.
that. Yeah.
I mean, that's not a feature that's in it, and that's one of the major reasons that a lot of people use it. You know, like
That is
for
true.
me, you know,
Yep.
Oh, I think with Courseplay, one of its greatest features too is its ability to not care what the field shape is. Yes, the AI workers are better with the fields because they've got more angles they can take, but they're not going to know the exact edge boundaries of the field, follow it with a headland, and then start going back and forth.
Right. Yeah.
hey,
and,
chat.
and that's one of the big things is they don't offer a headland, and a lot of people like doing headland passes. So, hey, Prom, Oppies, Jaren, how you guys all doing today? Thanks for coming out. All right. So we're on our third load, and I'm kind of curious. I don't know what the max is in these productions, so. But we're going to get the flour mill up and running, and then what we're going to do is we're going to distribute that to the bakery so you can see what that process looks like. Or to fill travels and manure and stuff, of course.
Hey, Billy, how you doing?
Yeah, exactly. You know, that because that was one
Hey,
of the
Oppies.
things that I really liked about Courseplay is I could set up a course for it to auto compact the bunker silo, and as of right now, I'm back to doing it manually.
Yep.
That's what the NMC D11 was for. Just drive over it once and you were done.
Oh, I know.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
I never
Yeah.
did that.
I will tell you one of the cool things that I like in the base game too, and I don't
Hey,
know
my
if
bear.
anybody's actually covered it, but if you go into the silos, and I didn't realize this till last night. Of course, I was tired and I didn't do anything with it. But these silos right here, you have to put an auger conveyor on this so that it actually works. So if you place this,
Yeah, it says you also need an auger or conveyor for this silo.
yep, and there is one in the store. So we place that there. And then if we go to the store, and it was actually its own right here.
Yeah,
We'll
the
have to
belt system.
re-educate everybody. Those are grain bins. Those are not silo.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it's,
Grain
it's a grain
bins.
bin.
That's right.
Sorry, it's just an American thing.
It
those
is.
Nobody's ever called those a silo.
Yeah, I know. See, I don't have a lot of those up this way, so I don't get to see them all the time. But good to hear, Jaron. Good to hear. Let's see. Courseplay can also do. Yes, it can. You can do the compacting. You can do the emptying and everything. Let's see. Let's buy this, and I'm kind of curious how this works. I know I'm kind of getting sidetracked, but that's what we do around here.
I actually like the way those look. I wonder
Yeah,
if
they
they're
are
two
pretty
different
cool.
lengths.
Well, you know what? Let's buy them both. Let's find out. Because I imagine you've got to extend them. See, I don't know if this one is
Yeah,
going to
but
go all the way
the
up.
yellow
Yeah.
one, the yellow one definitely looks way longer. That's why I'm wondering, like,
Yeah, there's two different sizes because the only way they're gonna get longer on those is if you raise it up, and that's how augers work.
Right.
They don't telescope at all.
well, yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I know that, but I wasn't sure for like the sake of the game, if one was necessarily long enough or what the case was.
Oh,
I'm assuming they are, but
I think there's two of them, and then one could be longer than the other. That's what I'm assuming, because there's a yellow one and a red one, right?
there is. And I was wondering if they serve two different purposes.
No, I think one is longer than the other. Did you buy both?
I did, and we're getting to the store there, and we'll see them.
Okay.
Yeah, the yellow one definitely looks longer. I'd say the red one almost works better, maybe for the unloading of that grain bin.
That makes sense. Trekkie,
I know you could just as easily use the yellow one
1982,
too.
thank you for
Or
the
you can do
follow.
both.
I appreciate
The yellow one that do grain out too. I mean,
it. Right.
Yeah,
but the yellow one is for filling it. So
Okay. Homie 4440, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Small one for taking grain out. Okay, that makes sense.
yeah,
All
and
right.
I mean, you've still got the other belts that had been in the game before too. So
Yes.
well,
Yep.
well, realistically, if we go buy these grain bins and see how they look, if a single one, technically there's another auger inside the unit that actually delivers it out of the bin, because you got an open auger that you jam in,
Okay.
and yeah, it takes out the grain.
Oh, all right. Okay.
hey, Michael.
But that's realistic. I don't think they're going to do that in the game.
So those
Well-
those bins must have the like a corkscrew auger inside that feeds it out, or is it like a vacuum, or what's that
Well,
actually like on the inside?
If you look at the model, on one edge there's a low spout basically out one side that looks like it would be a auger underneath the floor. Typically there's an auger under the floor, and then you've got a sweep that would run around the inside of the grain bin and clean everything to that point once it gets low enough.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
it
we
won't pull it
drove-
out the bottom.
We literally, on some of our bins that we had, you'd had to take the auger and auger it into the bin itself,
Okay.
open,
All right.
complete, and then it would feed in and out. That would go,
Oh, okay.
but
So that yellow one it's meant to fill from the top, these bins, right?
yeah,
Okay,
it
that's what I
fills from
thought.
the top. Yep.
Yeah, right
So-
in the middle of it, that'll fill into that. There's a cover
Okay,
up
now-
there.
Yeah. Now go all the way around it once. I'm just curious. Yep. And see,
right there.
there's your auger out.
So
And that's
this is where the
typically-
red one would go?
Yep.
Red
the
one
red
or the yellow one.
could go underneath
okay.
it. Yep.
All right. All right, let's get to the store.
It's a little bit more handling, as much as you've seen Big Daddy today do beats.
Yep,
So
that makes sense.
Yeah,
Hey,
that red one's
Vinio,
definitely
how are
not
you?
long enough for that, but
No,
if you've
so-
got a pretty tight farmyard, the red one might be better for trying to unload because you won't have to have the trucks as far away to load them.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. But you think this red one goes just as far up?
Oh no, it definitely
no,
won't.
no, it
Oh,
won't
okay.
go nearly as far up, but it'll go far enough to put it in a truck.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yes, in the truck. All right, that makes sense. All right, let's take
And-
this one over.
I like the fact that it's got the extra wheels underneath there and stuff, and you can see where it would self-drive itself rather than like the other belt systems, and you're kind of like
Right.
imagining.
Yeah, exactly. And it, even those other belt systems, they still didn't upgrade those any. It's still kind of weird.
It looked to me like the same as it was
Yes.
before.
Yeah. So, but yeah. All right, Vinio, we'll see you when you get back. I just like driving around because of all the different models and stuff that they have in here with the buildings and stuff. They did some really good jobs on that.
Oh yeah, it looks awesome. I can't wait. Well, what's the countdown? Oh, 6 hours.
6 hours. Yep. Hey, Sassy Gal, how are you?
I will be live exactly at 5 to 5 as I'm getting on, and I'm gonna sit here ready.
Yeah, why have you guys in here? Thanks for hanging out too. Scurvy, Darius, X-Men, all you guys to help fill in time as well. Hang out
Yeah.
with me while I stream. It helps the time because doing it alone is not as fun, and doing it with
Let's
people in chat
shout-
was great.
Shout those guys all out.
It's fantastic for all you guys. I appreciate it, and it was great.
All
We were learning process with the cut sugar beets today. It was awesome. I mean, it was I didn't know where to start. I was at a loss. Like, I mean, who would have thought to put a bucket would be your only method? And it's the way we learned it to get cut sugar beets. So it was very cool.
Oh, is that how you
Mhm.
ended up having to do that?
Yeah, yeah, and I created a whole process called like Gold Rush, the show.
Oh,
So I had
geez.
conveyors like well, somebody it worked out great. Somebody wanted to see conveyors, so I lined up the conveyors. I put the bucket over the conveyor, and that took a whole fiasco to get the conveyors to work properly because
Right.
I haven't used them in 3 years. And then
Okay.
we unloaded the ropa into the bucket, which loaded the conveyors, which loaded it into a wagon or a trailer to deliver them. So
Huh.
it was fantastic. Yeah. No. So I think I'm gonna my request to Dave, one of my or even look at is my first request would be, and it's not that I'm first in line, but my point would be if he asked me, hey, what's the first mod you want? I want a sugar beet cut factory. Input sugar beets, output cut sugar beet. That's it.
So-
If you were awake, NBC, I couldn't really listen because I didn't want the sound to go too far. So I'm
Yep.
watching this without sound, and I'm just laughing, like,
Oh,
"Oh my
are you?
god, poor Big Daddy, he's trying to figure this out." And I'm like, you know, to be honest with you, you guys used almost all the wrong equipment. If you would go in the equipment once,
Uh-huh.
NBC, I want to show them what they should have used. I
Okay.
think it would have worked better, but I'm not sure if you tried this because I didn't get to watch it all. Go into the sugar beet, go into that one piece of equipment that you can pick up off the ground and it's got a conveyor. I think you
the
could,
rope a mouse.
yeah, I think you could have used that instead of a bucket, but I could be wrong.
Are
Yeah,
you
you
talking in
can't-
here?
No, it'd be up
it's
underneath the tractor
mid-
section.
Is it under the tractor under miscellaneous? It wasn't
it's-
19.
Oh, it's under tractor
Sugar beet,
miscellaneous
beet technology.
beat technology. Right here.
Left hand side, yeah.
Yeah,
The
pretty
rope
sure
a
this-
mouse.
This one right
Okay,
here.
No,
That's the one that would pick up off the
Yeah,
ground and have its
that
own
one right
conveyor on
there.
it.
Right there. That
Right.
could have worked. Did you try that one?
Nope.
No,
It
so
only shows sugar
it
beet.
only
It
shows
only-
sugar beets.
It only
Yeah.
shows sugar beet.
X-Men, I agree with you 100%. And the only way I could find to cut sugar beets was that bucket. That was the
Really?
bottleneck. Uh-huh.
I
Yeah.
like I said, I wasn't listening. I was just
That's
watching,
okay.
and I'm like,
Yeah, I know
I
it looked
just-
wrong. 100% agree with you. Look, I'm right there with you. And I
Yep.
looked at it, I'm like, and a bucket is what's going to funnel our cut sugar beet production. And that's what it was.
I would
I
think that regardless if it said sugar beet, I bet you that I would think that would be the only way you could pick those up with, then, because
Well,
that's what
I
that
would have
machine
tried.
is made for.
Right.
I agree with you. And
Thank you
even
for the shout out, Bill.
conveyor, even the conveyor was
Mhm.
just I wanted to load into. The one was just sugar beets and potatoes, and that wouldn't take cut sugar beets. So I know that would probably I'd put good money on it. That's not going to work either.
You're probably
you would
right
have to do-
because I don't see any other thing besides sugar beets. Like you said, there's no
Yeah.
other icon.
But I can see someone modding that roper to be able to pick up
Oh.
that, so you're not
Oh,
doing a bucket.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me, that's probably even Big Daddy could do that right now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, if I'd known I was going to, believe me, if I woke up at 4 a.m. saying I'm going to do cut sugar beets, I would have been up at 2 a.m. figuring out how to mod.
So
Yeah, I
Um,
think that mod would only be the fact that all you have to do is add the fruit type. I don't think
Correct.
it would be
Yeah.
a major.
No,
no, it shouldn't be. So because we do have some new people in here and stuff, I don't know who was actually in my stream last night. But we did get some really good news. So the night before, Dave and I were trying to figure out some of the limitations, and we told you that we figured out that you can only do 50 factories, you can only have so many animal pens and everything. And it was kind of, it was sad news. We knew we were going to have to wait for a limit breaker and everything else like that. I can tell you that as of right now, we already have 3 limit breakers that work in the map. Dave actually messed around with some Lua last night and was able to break the limit for factories. You can have as many productions now, and you can go up to 32 placeable animal factories. So, which is
Nice.
cool, because now we don't have to wait on it. So, yeah, he was happy. He was messing around with a couple of things and with the Lua and everything, and was able to get that to work. So, Texas Toast, thank you very much for the follow. And Michael, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. Hey, Madeira, how are you? Dave is 10 shot. Dave is, that's for sure. But
like a question that was asked to me in my stream, and you guys please chime in as well, especially the guys who've been watching a lot of playing. My thing is, I was asked, is there a big difference from 19 to 22? here's my response and see if you agree. I said I had to compare vanilla to vanilla. So if you ask me 19 vanilla to 22 vanilla, is there a big difference? I think there's a huge difference, and it's all for the good. With the exception, in my opinion, is of the train. However, that's to be, still verdict is out. But if you went from a PV map to 22, I don't think that jump is as big because they've introduced us to production already and some of the items that are seen in 22 as vanilla. Do you agree with that, assessment, or what are your guys' thoughts?
I would agree with that assessment, and everything. The thing that I would add is, Giants has been listening to the community for production and
Yep.
everything like that. So Dave has already brought a lot of this stuff and a lot more to us already, but it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. The biggest change with the game is everybody knows that Dave does great maps, but he's always had to sacrifice one thing, and that was all the decor. Because of the amount of productions and everything else that everybody wanted with, the textures and all that stuff, you had to sacrifice textures with the trees and plants and all that. And he's going to be able to put all that stuff in there now. So they're going to give him the opportunity to possibly make the best map he's ever made. And I know some people may disagree, but, that's just my opinion. So...
The third thing he cracked, Michael, is the fact that he made it rain tacos.
Well, yes.
Rain tacos.
So if anybody has that
was
out
awesome.
there, you can post that clip. Do you have that clip, Billy? I know KW has it and stuff. I don't know if KW is out there, but if you guys haven't seen it, you need to go back to Dave's stream last night there, and just watch it. It was actually raining tacos. So
Yeah, right towards the end of it.
Greenwald, that is actually auger. That is how they fill grain bins in America and Canada, Australia. I think has grain bins. I would think Europe does too. I can't believe that they wouldn't have grain bins with augers. But
Yeah, there's a lot of Canadian farms too that use the augers for
The
filling
ones
their grain
we
bins.
have like corn cribs, so they're open mesh.
oh
but
yeah.
That's the ones that we have more in PA from what I've seen on
See-
smaller farms.
oh, the smaller farms, yeah. But
Yeah.
that's cob corn. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see lining this thing up might be a pain.
No, you're already over it. Yeah.
Yeah, that is awesome. I that is so real. That brings back memories because that you have to. A lot of times you get a 3/4 inch or 1 inch drill,
Yep.
and you literally hold that. We made an adapter, and you would use that to raise that auger up because normally there was a hand crank, and you don't want to hand crank that all the way up.
Oh, I can imagine that would take forever. It seems like.
It gave you a nice forearms.
Oh, I bet. So yeah, before it gets missed, hit that link that Billy just put in there in chat there, and it is a quick clip, and you will see in FS22 it was actually raining tacos. Dave was messing around, and that was awesome. So you got to check out that video. Hey, Casket, how you doing, bud?
Oh,
Yeah, exactly, Grinwald. Exactly. So
He
all right.
really rained tacos. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, check it out.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm laughing my
Now,
Oh yeah.
the next thing he wants to do is he wants to get them to accumulate, so you're actually walking around in tacos like snow.
oh my.
Originally, he wanted to do gummy bears, but he was convinced to do tacos instead.
The only reason I said tacos to him is because the other night he said he wanted to do tacos because who's the one that always comes? Oppies. Because of Oppies
Oppies,
always
yep.
coming in playing that. So that was the only reason I said that. So let's see. So that's folded out the whole way, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
Yep.
you'll have to move that underneath the trailer when you pull the trailer around beside it.
see what it does is that you can pull it out of the way, the truck runs in, and then you slide it under the truck as well. That one works.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's
So-
different ways of certain augers. See, that one's a little different than some that we use.
Right.
You know, we were running come on, Dave. Think of what you're gonna say here. Gravity box. So
Okay.
there'll just be a chute to the auger. You just drive your gravity box up. You drop the chute of the gravity box over the top of it, and you slowly open it up because it wouldn't take the capacity that would come out of that gravity box all at the same time.
So I wonder how it's going to work with these tippers, or am I not going to be able to do it with a tipper?
Yes, you will.
No, that's well.
Yeah, if you set that up
Yeah.
just right, you should be able to get to the tip trigger.
All right. Well, we're going to
Yeah.
find that out.
I don't
I wanna
see
go
why it
through
wouldn't
that.
work.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't use that style in real life because it doesn't have a grain bin door. But
I wonder if somebody will come
in
out
the game,
with
it
like,
shouldn't be a big deal.
right. So
Yeah,
I
but
know there was
but in real life, you got the hydraulics can control how fast you can open that back door on that tipper. You wouldn't
That's
have
true.
to open it all the way up. You could just crack it with your hydraulics, and then whatever would fit into that,
right.
Yeah, I just think
Hopper.
it might be too wide for the.
it could be too wide. That you're 100% right, Darius. It could be too wide.
But-
Eager
if it wasn't-
58, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Now, I know there was a mod in 19 that had it had a grate that you laid down and then that arm would swing over and attach to it so you could drive over it.
Mhm.
And that's what I was kind of thinking that this was going to do, but I guess it didn't.
No, this one because you have to move that auger,
Right.
because typically you're going to have more than one grain bin.
Right, yeah, that makes
So-
sense.
Because these are not like Grumo was asking, can you put multiples in a grain bin? I don't know because I have not played the game yet. But in real life, no, it's one crop per grain bin.
And actually,
So-
what does it? I'm curious if that's going to be the same here.
Yeah, if
don't-
it'll only hold one crop at a time.
Right.
Or,
Yeah, I'm curious. That's one of the questions I've been wondering.
So something like that is how it would work.
Yep,
And this-
just
So I should have a trigger this time, right?
you should if
Okay.
yep, start overloading,
yep.
and then you
Yes.
should see it going into the silo.
Oh yeah, you do.
Hey, Darius and NBC.
Hey,
How's
what's
it
up,
going
big
there,
guy?
Scurvy?
Not bad.
Yep. So you can see it going in the silo. But you're right. It would be only, into the grain bin.
hmm It's gonna be hard to get used to it.
It will.
Yeah.
Those aren't silos; those are grain bins.
Grain bins.
Right,
Yeah,
that
silos or
makes
something
sense.
else.
I wonder if they snap side by side to line them up, similar to the way the bunker silos snap now.
Now, do they
Maybe.
just accumulate storage space because they're side by side? Is that what you're asking, Darius?
Yeah, I'm wondering if, like if you were to try and stick them side by side to line them up, and yeah, they'll probably act as extensions to one another, but
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab barley now because we just put wheat in, and I want to see if it'll take it, and then we'll put another one down, put it in there, and then I want to go through the dump process.
I have this weird suspicion it is. I really do. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna put anything in it
Yeah.
Well, actually,
more than one product. So
which grain silo is it? Or grain bin is it? Did you
one of
play
the standalone singles.
Yeah.
mhm.
standalone singles? Let me see if I can find it. Placeables?
I gotta say though that one there that you just pulled under
Yep.
is a pretty nice looking
Oh, it is.
grain bin setup.
I was talking about this with I can't remember who it was. It might have been you last night, Darius, but I can't ever remember a time where we had a base silo or grain bins that held 16 million in the base game.
Yeah.
That's just insane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I can tell you right now from the looks of it, those are probably 150,000 bushel bins each one.
Oh, those ones up there right now? Yeah.
So there might be a
Yep,
little
that's
texture
interesting.
error there. The trailer's
yeah.
full,
Yeah.
but that's all right.
But looking
Hey,
at the
Scurvy, 1 second.
reinforcing rings at the bottom,
Go up
or the
one channel.
reinforce.
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
the reinforcing ribs at the bottom of those and their diameter, I would say they're probably 150,000 liter or bushel, I should say,
Oh, is
bushel
it?
Hey, Scurvy,
bins.
are you there?
Yeah.
Move up one.
Oh, yep.
You know what, Cask? I don't think so. No, because the pushes are already in the front there. Well, let's see. It should tell me that barley is not accepted here. No, it is going to let me. Wait a minute. Why didn't it? I was going to say it didn't take it all. I was going to say, what did it do? Mix the two?
I think you're good.
Apparently, they're considering them about 57,000 bushel bins each.
Oh, okay.
Not hard to do the math once you know that 35 liters is a bushel.
All right, so let's see. Now we have 2 fruit types in this. Yep. So it will take multiple fruit types in the bottom bin.
Yeah, I like that it shows you when you walk up to it too.
I do too. You know, I still like the displays, but you know, you don't need them now. Whereas before, the only way to tell was to actually go into the thing. Now let's see what this looks like. So yeah, so it's yep. So it's going to take.
Oh,
all
that's
the,
nice. You
the
don't even
standard ones.
have to get out to overload.
Nope.
I was
So
wondering
let's
if you
see.
were gonna have to get out and then get into the auger
Right.
to do it, but that's
Well,
actually really nice.
The other thing I was wondering is if you were going to have the auger running. So
Well, that's what I mean. If you were gonna have to get out of the tractor, enter with the auger to start the auger overloading.
right. Ferryman 2, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it very much. Were those nice and you make up the remote location out of the field by the fields? Yeah, you could definitely do that out by the fields and fill them up. I almost wish that they were like what X-Man said and they only did 1 crop though.
Yeah, that would be it. Nice. I mean, nice from a immersion standpoint, but I think it might be a little difficult to. You'd have to add some coding to it. To, like, if it contains any one of these, then don't let it accept anything else.
Well, no, because all you'd have to do is go to the fill type and just put the 1 fill type in there.
So
Well,
it
yeah,
did,
but
it
then-
did take
then-
barley, right?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And when you
That's
pull
what I
underneath
thought.
the other side, it actually shows that it takes them all. So,
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and the only reason why I say you wouldn't want to do that is because then you'd need like 18 different
Bins.
grain
Mhm.
bins in the store
yeah.
menu.
Yeah. Yeah.
More realistic. But I mean, you could mod it out there too, where this
The
green
first-
bin only does this type, and have all for the fruit types, I guess.
Well, no, I guess you could do it this way. I think you could write a script that whatever the first product in each bin is the only product that goes in. It could take all of them, but only could take the first
Oh.
one that you put in.
Oh, and
Yep.
then
You
you'd
see what
have
I said?
5 different ones in there for it, but I don't
That's-
know.
That's no, but that's what you wouldn't. You could still use the original. You
Right.
just have a script run.
Yeah.
When you drop
Right.
a product
Makes
in
sense.
Yep.
Yep. No, it would be. Yeah, you're right, Techno. You would have a bunch of them and everything, but if you did it the way X-Man said, because you're never going to harvest the same crop at the same time on one field. So if you had that like over by your wheat fields or whatever, you know, and then next year you wanted to plant corn, it would still take the corn.
Yeah.
So how much does this actually take?
I would guess 200,000 liters.
Um,
Maybe 300,000.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. So let's see. Let's get another load. Let's use this tractor.
Tell you in a second.
because The other one.
Was that the mill?
Yeah, the flour mill.
I I will tell you that I don't like the way the store's laid out in certain sense, because like over on the side for like the silos, it says, it'll take crops, but it doesn't tell you what crops that it takes,
Right.
Oh, it doesn't say that now. Does
No.
it?
Nope, doesn't
it
say the
doesn't.
map like
Nope,
like
so-
the 19 did.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's weird because it almost looks like it wants you to click on it. So like if I go here, yeah, you see over here, it it just says silos are used to store crops.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And this one tells you that you're going to need an auger or a conveyor for this silo. But it looks like you could click there, but it just doesn't tell you which crops they are.
Oh.
You
So-
almost have to place them in order to figure out what is in them.
I wonder if that's something that they might adjust with a patch so that it shows what goes in there.
It's
Makes
possible.
sense.
I mean,
Well,
'cause you could put it here. The icons.
Well, that's what Big Daddy was talking about in his stream. Is where were they putting the grapes?
Yeah.
That question.
Well-
that question came up on Big Daddy's. But then there was another question with the grapes that I went and Googled it to figure out if there was a machine that plants grapes. I didn't
Yep.
see nothing. I think they're hand planted.
They might
Yeah,
be.
grapes are
They
normally
might be.
hand planted. Yeah,
They
and
have
on
to
the
be.
vines and trained down the vines too, and that takes years to get them trained down the vines.
Right.
Mhm.
Yep. But yeah, as of right now, in base game, there's no storage for lime. There's no storage for olives and grapes. And the only storage for your root crops is actually under sheds. And let's see. And I only know this because I placed it. This one right here.
And that would make sense for root
Yep.
crops.
For
Yep.
root crops. Yep.
So,
But I think in order to do
It might also
for-
bulk store your lime on the ground too in a
Yep.
pile.
right.
Now, isn't
yes.
there? Did
What-
Big Daddy show the potato boxer?
Sh-
one
Show
in
me
there?
the planter for grapes because I couldn't find it.
You don't
I-
plant grapes.
You don't
You
plant
place-
grapes.
You place
Right.
the grape trees. Same with the olive trees. You place them. It is.
Yeah,
a
I know,
fence.
but I'm saying in real life.
Oh, I don't know.
I googled it. I didn't see no planter for grapes because
Yeah, I don't think
was
it
curious.
is.
I was curious about that question about why aren't we using a planter. I couldn't find one.
Right. Now,
Now, how
that's
many
not to
days
say that
seasons?
someone won't figure out how to mod a planter, just like
Yeah,
they did
exactly.
for sugarcane.
What are you doing for seasons now there, NBC?
I'm not doing any seasons on this one.
Oh, because I see you're stuck at February 23rd. Huh.
Yeah, well, you're going to be so the month is always, you're always going to have a month up there. It's whether or not what settings you have turned on, what it is. So, okay, so I've got 18s right now.
Oh, you got
what it
8
is.
day seasons.
Yeah, I got 8-day seasons and stuff
Okay,
because I was
all right.
messing around with that, showing some of the stuff the other day.
Gotcha.
right.
Okay, I was curious. Sorry.
Yeah, I got like 5 different save games going, so I keep forgetting which ones I've changed stuff in.
Just
you
5?
Place the start. Yeah, you place the starter. You will. Oh, then you plant it. Oh, okay.
There's a link to a 3-point implement that's for transplanting vine stalks.
Huh.
It
Oh,
opens
sick.
the ground up, you hand plant in the vine stalk, and then it closes the ground around it.
Then you must have
Ah.
to go back through and put in the fences.
Stakes. Yep. The stake.
Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
go back in afterwards and put in the fences and start training things and whatever else.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
Yeah,
that
because
makes
there's always
sense.
going to be some handwork because you can't do both. If you got fences, either you have the fences up and you plant them by hand, or you put the fences up after you plant them.
Right.
Yep.
Yep, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
actually, as a matter of fact, that 3-point machine is almost similar to the tree planter we
planter.
have currently
Yep.
in game.
Mm-hmm.
I was just.
Oh yeah,
noticing
it's
that.
definitely labor intensive.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why wine isn't usually cheap, unless you
Right.
get the crappy stuff in a box.
And
Hey,
what's
I
wrong
used
with
to drink
Boone's
that
Farm?
crappy stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say,
The
what's
box.
wrong with Boone's Farm? It's
Yeah.
cheap. You just got to drink a lot of it. I remember we used to buy that $1 a bottle.
I used to work on a vineyard. Yeah, it's I either there would have to be some labor intensive because it's just not planting and letting it grow. There's got to be more work to it than that.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean there is. It is definitely a labor intensive thing, and then as we've said, it takes years for them to really produce.
So I want to, let's see, what is this? Where's the trigger for this?
See, we can't call it space wine anymore because now there's beer that's actually made from hops that have been flown in space.
Right. All right. So this is the NL1622. So let's go to this tractor and let's see if we can get this to work this time. So we want to create a job. We want to load and deliver this one. We want to load at right there. We're going to load, let's do oats here. And then we want to go to, not the bakery, we want to go to the grain mill. Old mill. It should be the grain mill and start. All right, it shows it's active. I'll let it take me over there and I'll move that other tractor. And I want to make sure it's going to the right place.
Did you figure out if you could actually rename the factories and stuff?
Yeah, for some reason the first day I thought I could, and I got messing around with it yesterday, and you cannot. So now I'm kind of curious where he's going.
He's gonna
Oh,
find
he's-
his way to the road for a bit and then find his way over to the silo would be my guess.
Yeah, he's going to come in from the other way.
Because there's that spline, the road spline nearby, so he's gonna use the road spline,
Right.
then go off to the silo, which is still pretty impressive when you look at it.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
definitely. All right, let me get over there so I can get the other tractor out of the way. Why did some of those have... So the exclamation points are where it can't be delivered, I believe.
Makes
Let
sense.
me make sure that it's going to the right place, and then I'll check that again, Brew.
hours.
All right. So let's see. Let's see if he can do that. I have no doubt
that
he's
is
gonna
still
load
pretty
it up.
impressive for a
Oh, it is.
for a initial. Here is your AI system.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Well, and if you think about it, I mean, in a sense, it's smarter than Courseplay and Auto Drive.
Yes.
Because, well, at least the Auto Drive, because the Auto Drive was all based off from the spline technology. Now, this incorporates spline technology, but it also calculates by itself. So,
And you don't have to do the task of going ahead of it and
You don't
Oh,
have
you see all
to.
those
You don't have
splines.
to. Yeah, exactly.
right. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it does follow the splines better in auto drive than it does in these right now, as we know it. As he
Right.
did in his Ellen
Yeah.
Grand map. The other, was that Big Daddy or was that you?
That was me. That was me. Yep.
I get lost on who was who yesterday.
Oh,
Oh, it's so
You're not the
confusing.
only
I can't
one.
Keep track. Can't keep track anymore.
yesterday was a long day. I'm not going to lie, because I streamed in the afternoon, and then Dave went live. I streamed after him, and then Big Daddy went live, and I just picked up from him. So it was definitely
where is
long.
he going?
I don't know. I'm kind of. Oh, you know what? I wonder if because it wasn't the
Is
right
he
thing,
going
it
to the
was
one
picked.
that's on the base map versus the one you placed?
He probably is. All right. Let me go over there and see what that name is again. I still don't like the naming convention, which that's where the map maker will be able to make different names. And we know Dave will.
Yep.
So that you can actually find them easier, what the names are.
Yeah. Again, I think that's another tweak that we'll see them do is the ability to either rename the factories or, like we were talking, maybe have a drop-down menu versus the scroll menu to be able to
Right.
make it easier to find.
Find and sort.
Okay, so
Yep.
this is Golden Field.
It just comes up grain mill on the.
Yeah, but there must be two of them. Oh, you know what? I could have picked the tractor, but... So, let's see. We want to create job. So, grain mill here shows that it can't unload. We don't want to unload there. There should be another grain mill. Cereal factory. Grain mill.
Let's see it keeps saying fill type unsupported.
Yeah.
What did
What'd
he
they put
fill
in here?
with?
Oats. I thought it took oats. Maybe not. Yeah, it does take oats. That is weird. Why? This trailer does not have a cover. That's just a small glitch, guys. It's not a big deal. The trailer is full. But we're trying to figure out why. So create. So in theory, these other grain mills, I understand why, because I don't own them. That's a feed oil mill.
I think there's only 2 grain mills coming up, and both is saying it's unsupported.
Right. That's why I'm bakery.
Oh, you've got it loading corn.
Oh, that's why.
Oops.
All right. So we have oats. Now let's see.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
Like
That it does.
something's off.
But now, okay, we got that grain mill. I only see one grain mill.
No, there was a second one on the other side of the oil mill, I think.
Okay, we'll go there then. Animal dealer,
Or
grain mill.
maybe there is only one.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, there's only one showing up.
All right, so let's see. Let's do a delivery and just see if that works. Unloading. No, we'll have to do it this way so that it actually does it. That is where we want to come from. We'll do oats. We already know that. And we'll do this grain mill and we'll see. So this grain mill is Johnson Farms. Let's see. Okay, there is 2 different ones. So let's try the one next to the bakery and start job. All right, so it's not that one.
Yep.
Unless he's going to go over to the silo first.
Oh no, he's looping around the other side of the
Yep.
gate.
So
You've got the right one.
Which that's pretty cool because he's already registered that he has. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that didn't have a collision.
I was gonna say
yeah,
they've been so
definitely,
good
bro.
about they've been so good about missing it up until now. I think that's the first time I've seen them. One of them hit that door.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so let's see if he does this now. Yeah, so the reason that we had that issue is there's one that's already placed in the map, and then I bought one. Typically, you're not going to have 2 of them, but now let's see if he can get out of this mess because his wheel is turned. Come on. Oh, it says it's unreachable. All right, so we're going to face him that way. Now let's see if we can get a full loop out of him. So create job, load and undeliver. We want oats right there. That's the grain mill next to the bakery. We're going to loop that. Now we're going to start. All right, let's see how he does this time. Can't wait to play night, Big C. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there that can't wait to play. That's for sure. I'm actually excited to be able to start my own save game, but I probably won't start that until tomorrow once I get my hands on the editor. A few things I got to modify on this map before I'll play it.
So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and play it as is and make what I can make of it, and then go off to another map once
Nah,
once
not
something's
me.
available.
Not me, because I'll
No,
wait.
I
For,
think-
I'll wait for Dave's map. But I do want to play in the meantime, especially for my streams. So I'm gonna go in. I'll modify this. It won't take me much more than maybe 4 hours, 5 hours to modify what I need to in this one, so that it fits my needs. And then I'll just wait for the next map to come out. And like I said, then I can work on, a map behind the scenes or something.
Oh, I'm gonna modify the American map to make it mine until there's a new one.
Yep.
I'm just gonna make fields. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
one
gonna
of
have
the
fun with
biggest
it.
things that I don't like about this one, and it has to do with the models, is there's so many really good models that you can't go in and stuff like that. So like around the farms, you get good farm locations, but you can't utilize the building, or it's only got one thing that you could put in there, and that just doesn't suit my needs. I need to be able to put garages down and stuff like that, silos. So that's what I'm gonna end up
Well,
doing.
I know some in one, and again I can't remember who was doing the streaming, but a lot of them, once you go into the demolish mode, you can sell off quite a few buildings as long as you own the land around the farmyards.
Yes, yeah, you could with some of them.
so-
But
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so bored of
it'll probably take me a little bit of scoping around to find out where I want to set up and start a farm, but
right.
I'm just
yep.
gonna go off the base game, unmodded, and then once somebody has a mod map out, then I'll move over to that one until Dave has his ready.
Cool. Hey, Grinwald, do you have Satisfactory? You can play that until release. Excuse me, if you're looking for something. I got hooked on that for about a week.
I'm still playing 19. I'm harvesting corn and soybeans right now.
Do you guys feel it is odd that the nice big red barn is being able to be placed? I don't know. That's a good question. Has Dave said what his next map's going to be named? No, he hasn't said anything about the name. He doesn't even know what the map's going to have in it. Once he gets the editor and figure out what he can do with it, do some more testing and everything like that. There's going to be a huge test tonight. Because as soon as we get it, it's going to go up on a dedicated server. And we'll be able to test that. And then see what some of the restrictions are there. I'm really kind of curious what the lag and stuff's going to look like. So
Yeah,
that's
because
going to
we
be
got-
interesting.
How many people do we have lined up for that? It's the core of us here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's
We've-
5.
We've
Dave,
got
6.
more.
Boom.
Yeah, we've got more people. Yeah, I don't know if Boom will get on or not.
I don't know.
So he might. But
I was gonna say, I know the other night when you guys had 7, 8 of you on Yosho's dedicated server,
Yep.
that was pretty impressive with the lack of lag.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Occurring.
So for some reason he keeps picking a path that ends up blocking himself.
Turning it, yeah, it turns him into the.
I don't know why he turns that so close. Let's see.
Is it because of the other buildings you have around it?
I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I mean, there's enough space to where, I mean, the way he's cutting in. See,
It
it's
could
still
just be
showing
the
it-
angle of the building that he's approaching at. We did notice that was one of those things where if you didn't pick the right angle in a lot of cases, they may not run the route.
Yeah, that's true. Oats and start. All right, shows him active. So he goes over and he fills up, no problems. I used to have 40 acres in northern lower Michigan, and having always wanted to make a map of the local area, just can't figure out how to get actual topographical information for the area. One of the things you could do is Google Earth. I know a lot of some of the map makers have used that to get the topographical information for an area, Spock. So good to see you too, Spock.
Yeah, I don't remember what the website is right now or what it's called, but I was looking into this at one point during 19 when I was messing around with the idea of making a map. There is I think it was several years back, the government commissioned that every state needed to LiDAR the topography of their state, and it all got stored into basically into databases based off the state, and you can
Okay.
take that information and directly import it into the Giants editor through a process.
Oh, I see. How did you get early access? So there was approximately 300 copies handed out over throughout the world that went out to content creators, YouTubers, Twitch, Facebook, all that. And I happened to be lucky enough to be on a part of the SGA Alliance, which was given 5 copies due to Mr. Dashnet, a map creator. And I just happened to be one of the lucky ones to get it. So that's how I got it. But, you know, it was given out so that the content could get out there, build some hype, show some stuff. And, you know, Giants is actually watching, and they're seeing, because they can test all they want in there. But like, we've been doing multiplayer, dedicated server, all that sort of things, so that they can figure out what more bugs there are and everything, so they can fix that. So on release date, you get the best possible game that they can give you. Is there a limit on the number of farms in multiplayer? Yes, there is, and that limit, if I remember correctly, was 8. Just like Darius said below.
That's on the regular multiplayer, not on a dedicated server, is it?
That was on the dedicated server, from what Yosho was saying.
Okay, so how can they sell 16 slot servers then?
Well, two people per farm.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Oh, so there's okay.
yeah. Yeah, so he's taking a much more direct route. And I think that's what the issue is, because at the end he has to turn. Well, he's doing a better turn this time. And it might be the wagon too. But we'll see.
Could be the wagon. I'm wondering too if this fact that you've got the whole area painted versus more like a
Yeah.
roadway,
It's possible.
it's causing them to.
Yep, no, he did the same thing. He turns his tires. And I bet it's going to say block.
Try the other tractor with the other wagon.
Yeah,
See
I'm
if it's
going
any
to.
different.
So he's emptied.
And
All
once again, he's hitting the building. So
He is, but as soon as he turns his tires, he'd have enough room. See, it says unreachable. So, all right, let's switch.
or maybe even try painting underneath the building with a different texture to see if
Yeah.
maybe that's having an effect on it all.
Yeah, let me try. Let's see. I can still set him up on a loop. So let's see. We'll go H. And we're going to create a job. Load and deliver. Now this one's got wheat, so we'll have to change that to there. And then we need grain mill next to the bakery. Hopefully it doesn't change. There's the first one. Huh. Now it's saying there's no grain mill there. It's not. Oh, there. Oh, okay. Never mind. There's
Two
two
bakeries.
bakeries. That's why. All right. Let's see how this one does. The other thing too that I was noticing, it is in this game, it allows you a lot more freely to put the buildings on angles and stuff, but yet you can still only paint the texture like north and south and east and west, so it's still square. I'm wondering if the building has to be, completely locked in square, because it doesn't give you a lock-in option like it did with the Control in 19.
Yeah, it could be.
So I'm wondering if it's off just by a little, if that's going to mess with it. But like I
Could
said,
be.
it just,
Who don't know?
yeah. But it might be as simple as the tractor setup and the trailer too. So we'll see what this guy does.
Yeah. It could be a number of factors at this point. It could be, is it squared? Is the fact that the entirety of the ground painted that's throwing him off?
Yeah. I give him credit though, because he can't quite get that trigger, so that's why he turns that way. Now this one seems to be a little bit better. Nope, he drove towards the building too. Not as much, but let's see.
Yeah, I'm curious if it is maybe the fact that the building's twisted a bit or something.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna tell me it's unreachable again? Because if so, I got a method for that. Yep, unreachable. All right. Let's see. Let's go here. We're going to do... I wonder what the weighted texture is.
Landscaping.
And we're going to do a paint. And let's see.
Go like grass under the building or something or mud or something just to throw the weight down.
Well, what I was going to do is... Yeah, we can try that.
Because, I mean, do we know at this point yet what the weighted order is?
We other than we know the splines and stuff like that are first. That's all we know. And let's see. All right, we'll see if that works, and if not, I want to try something else. So we'll pull him out, and we're going to switch crops here because I know the other one is getting full. So we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do oats on this one. We got the loop for the grain mill. Is that the right one? That is the right grain mill. And start job. There we go. All right, let's see how he does this. Does PS5 have cows, dairy farming? Yes. So everything that you have seen in the game for the last 96 hours here or anywhere out on the internet as far as base game is exactly what you're going to get on your consoles. So, Trucker, does the AI crash into each other when they're going to the same place? So typically they don't. They do pick up pretty good on the collisions. I will tell you that the AI traffic sometimes creates issues for them. And depending what map you're on and how tight of an area, they can get hung up. So, but once I can get this to work, I can actually show you where we can put a couple of these in a loop and run through. So he does fine around the silo. Or, yeah, the grain bins.
I think it's interesting, too, that he's not taking the exact same line that the other tractor was taking either.
I know. I was thinking that same thing. Every so often, it looks like it is certain. Yeah, so I think what it is the script is constantly searching to see which way it wants to go. Mm-hmm. So that's why that does. Okay.
I'm just hoping they see how that they need to adjust. I mean, auto drive, you made a line and it stayed on that line. Yep. I still think that if they should use lines that we can't see. I don't know what, because the tractors are bumping into things. I don't know. I'm still not.
So
I think it's cool, but I'm not impressed.
the other thing is too, and I'm gonna wait and see, but like when the map maker like Dave is able to go in there and adjust the weights and stuff, that's when I'm gonna make my determination on what it is, because like right now we don't know how close the weight of this concrete is to that grass. It may
Yeah.
only be a 0.5 difference. And stuff. So I think that's got something to do with it. And then also the models, like on the model road in that Ellengrat map, I don't know what the weight of that model was, because I'm assuming it has to pick that as a weight also. So it'll be interesting to see.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime. That's what we're here for. That's why we stream. J Dow G92, thank you for that follow.
Good morning.
Hey,
Morning,
Dave,
Dave.
how are you?
Hey, Dave.
How am I? Is that a trick question?
Yes.
Did you manage to get any rest? How's that?
Yes. And then I woke up this morning and I put my bacon in the microwave and I proceeded to drop it on the floor, bent over to pick it up, ripped the 6-inch hole in the seat of my pants. So it's a great lunch day.
Awesome.
Wow.
C's 973, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. Hey, Don B. I think it's an awesome first stab.
Oh, it's definitely a
definitely.
good first step. Definitely.
Yeah, no argument there whatsoever at all. So
So interesting, he did pull up different this time.
Yeah, he
But
did.
it
His
still
wheel
says
stayed
it's-
straighter.
Yep, it still says unreachable.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let's do this.
And we don't know too if there isn't a patch coming.
Yeah,
that,
I
that-
know.
that they've already solved some of these
issues.
issues.
Well, they did say there was probably going to be a day one patch,
Right.
and that they're watching us.
All right.
I
so
would
let me
be
see.
worried if there wasn't a day one patch.
I'd be worried if they weren't watching us.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this
so-
weekend they're all.
Dave's gonna get an interestingly worded email about like, what did you do to the rain?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? It's raining tacos.
Tacos.
Can't
From
believe you
out
did
of the
that, Dan.
sky.
It's hilarious.
Let's see.
Let me see if there's any interesting worded emails this morning. I haven't even done that yet.
Question is, has anybody sent that clip to
They probably seen it.
I was gonna say
Kermit?
like Terminator or somebody to be like, hey, look what we did.
It was posted
Nah.
in Discord, so I figure he saw it.
Yeah, it'll probably go out to him tomorrow. Let him rest this weekend. Tomorrow's
Yep.
going to be a
Nope.
busy day for them.
Yeah, for
This
sure.
whole next week is going to be busy for him. So
All right, so what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of see how it acts different if I do this. I'm just going to try to narrow the paths down for it. I do like the fact that you put the texture down now and then the grass is a separate function. It's actually under plants.
oh really? So you have to paint it then plant it?
Yep.
Huh.
So like right here, I just painted this green, and then if I go under plants, here's my different grass.
Yep.
Huh.
And it lets you put in the different flowers and stuff like that, so you can really mix and match.
Yep.
Neat.
I mean,
Huh. Instead of searching for a texture, I like that.
yep.
Yep.
Exactly. So
And not
Alright.
tabbing through 50 million different things and then have to do it again because you missed it again.
right. Yep.
Yeah, but you can go backwards. You know that, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
I know, but
Somebody told me that because I used to do that too. I kept going forward.
All right.
That was one of the things I always liked about the controller is it was really easy to go back and forth when you missed a
Yes. All right.
when
so
you
let's
missed the
see.
texture.
We're gonna do that. All I'm trying to do here is just trying to narrow the path, because it is so big of an area that I did to see if it makes a difference for him. kind of get an idea what the weights are like.
Yeah,
let's do
it's
this.
either that or the fact that that building is maybe just a hair off degree-wise, so it's causing a...
Well, that's the other thing that I'm wondering. And if that's the case, I mean, it's a lot harder to get them lined up because it doesn't have that locking in there. All right, so in theory, he's got a loop. So let's see what he can do now.
HC, the ones from Giants now are yet in-game. There's an automatic update feature, too.
Yes, there is. All right, so we're going to go here and create. So we're going to do that from there. Let's do oats again. We got the grain, make sure that's the right grain mill. It is. We want it looping and we want to start, and it's started. All right, let's see. So it does look like he's thinking less.
Yeah, you can see it wiggling a little bit, but it is far less thinking because he doesn't see the grass anymore.
Right. Well, see, he's getting close and he knows that there's a spline there, so that's what he's going for.
Yeah.
Which, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some grass right there.
Yeah, all the way along the edge of the road to see
Yeah.
if it blocks the spline out of his view.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, so we know he's going to be able to fill up. So while he's doing that, let's put some grass. Right along here. There. So in theory, that spline should not affect him anymore.
Yeah, you can definitely see he's thinking a lot less about his path.
He is. So, that's where when you do big area, I mean, nobody's going to, well, someone might do a big area like that, but yeah, it's typically not what you're going to see.
No, you'd still have pathways
Right.
and things like that between the buildings, so...
Well, and that's the other thing too, even trees. The trees are actually your friend in this one too, as far as that goes, when you're doing the AI, unless it's next to a field, because if it's going to detect that collision and keep it more on course. So let's see how he does this.
Blindem, yes, we're working with the AI to see why it is he's not continuing his loop with a placed factory. There's something conflicting with his loop, and we're trying to sort out what that might be. But this is an AI worker driving. Show us your hands there, NBC.
And no, I don't have a second set of arms.
I would hope not.
I had someone ask me that last night.
What are you, Goro from Mortal Kombat now?
Well, that's exactly the first thing that came to mind. All right, so let's see. I mean, it's a pretty simple path he should be able to pick this time.
Yeah, I like what Spock said. He actually did stop and go around the little island of grass that you
Yes.
stuck in his path, too.
Yep. So I'm looking
Now,
for that
what
little
angle
tire.
is he on right now?
What do you mean?
If you hit 9, it'll show us the angle that he's driving at.
F9?
No, just 9 to bring up the map. See, his tires turned back into the building this time.
Yeah,
He's
did.
at 351. So maybe it is the fact that the building's just not at 360 degrees, for example.
Right. But this tractor hasn't said it's been blocked. It said it doesn't have a reachable path. Because
Yeah.
when he shuts that, as soon as he turns those tires, he can move.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yes, the AI is new for FS22, Blindem.
So it does say target is unreachable. Interesting. All right. Let's see. All right, we're gonna pull him out. Let's try a different factory.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I'm gonna try the
maybe it's
oil
the
factory.
factory or something or something.
Yeah. So let's do this, and all right. So this time we're gonna deliver it on. Let's do corn. Where can the corn go? Oh, corn can go to the cereal, and I know I have a cereal factory down. Let's make sure that's the only one. It's on the side of the bakery. I believe it is. Nope, there is 2 cereal factories. So we'll try the first one first and see what happens. And actually, I kind of hope that it's the one that I didn't place so we can see what the difference is on that. All right, let's watch this. Because now he's going to have to drive across the grass to get to it. So that's going to be interesting.
Yep.
Yeah, it should be going back to the silo there, Spock. And we've gotten it to work before, but because of this area, we're just trying to figure it out. One of the things is when you're placing down buildings and stuff, it doesn't lock it into place for those little clicks like it used to when you held the control key. So you can actually put buildings on an angle a lot easier. So I'm wondering if that's something to do with it or what. Because in theory, 351.5, that would actually take the front side of that building, Darius, and move it to the right. So that would make sense why he's at the weird angle.
Yeah. Yeah. And
So we'll
and
see.
if it is something that causes an issue with the AI, I could see them patching that so that you can still have it locked to a close angle like it used to.
Right. Yep. But the interesting part is we're not getting a block error. What we're getting is it saying it can't reach here. So
Yeah.
that's why I don't understand there. Yeah, the grid locking. When you're placing stuff, there isn't a grid locking now. Or if there is, I have not found it. See, target unreachable. All right, so let's see. Let's make it reachable and see what happens. And all I'm going to do is do landscaping, paint. We'll do the concrete. And let's give him a path right here. That should be a big enough path for him.
I'm
Then
wondering
we'll
if
do this.
just a interesting thought. If you scale the map up to 16x, what is the traffic gonna do trying to get across that thing?
Right?
I guarantee we'll find out.
You think?
Unreachable target. All right, so let's pull you out of here. And now let's try. I don't know why all of a sudden corn is unreachable. Create job, cereal factory, looping. It's coming from there. Target is unreachable. Well, let's try the other one.
4 hours, 55 minutes, guys.
And girls. Gee, Scurvy.
You know what I meant. That was all inclusive.
All right, so it's going to take this one. Let's see where this one goes.
No
can't-
poison bananas. These guys got a pre-release early key for it, so we'll have to wait until 4 hours, 55 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Let's see. Can't Dave find out how the AI drives? Well, we know how the AI drives, Bad Lad. But once we get the editor, then we can look at it and see what the weights are. And if you
Yeah, we
recalculate
need
the
to see.
weights. Sorry, Dave.
Lots to see in the editor. Remember, we don't even have an editor yet.
Right, right. But we got like 5 or 6 mods already.
Yep.
Alex, turn off the computer. Thank you for the follow. All right. Well, I thought that was where he was going. Where is he going? Oh, is this the serial one? Oh, this one's going to be interesting. Now, he shouldn't have any problems with this one. Hey, Bad, how you doing?
Hey, Bad.
Oh yeah, Brew. We've already got a map without the editor.
Can't edit the map, but we got it.
Well, you can, you just
True.
can't see what you're editing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, he was able to do that one. And he was at a weird angle on that because that one there sets it up for a weird angle. Now let's see if he goes back. Now, in theory, he should continuously drive this loop until he actually fills up the cereal factory. So we're going to watch him for a couple times and make sure that that's what he's doing. I tried to make 3 mods last night. Just got to wait to see if they work. Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. The biggest thing right now is the drawback is all i3D shapes files are a previous version, so you get warning, 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 plus textures don't come in correctly on them. So in order to convert them, you really need the new editor. So, and every crop that we have that's on the old map needs an i3D file, and they have to be converted over.
Yep.
So there's just a lot of that, for not having the editor, we've done. I'm pretty much close to where I've done about everything I can. I can make more useless mods, but
I was gonna say at this point, it's impressive what you have done without an editor.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
So, very interesting question, Spock. The only reason I can think that he went through there is because on these models, there's actually a start and a stop location for the AI. So that's why this AI tractor keeps driving around the grain bin in order to come in from that side. I'm assuming that that's kind of like the path of least resistance for him to drive through that building at that point. But I was watching that too. I'm going to be curious if he does that again. Try going to controls and look to see if it's even snap grid option to the key.
Oh, the key
Oh, yep.
bindings, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll check that out in a minute. I just want to see him dump again, and then we'll check out the key bindings. And I want to see if he actually drives through there, because then he can run in the background.
Yep. So that's a good note, at least when you are setting up a bunch of buildings like this. Try to keep pathways instead of just a giant parking lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it really does seem to confuse him. He's like, where do I go? Where do I go? But he does see the buildings, and he goes around the buildings.
He does. Which is going to be interesting to see, like, how he maneuvers around like a sugar factory or something like that. And it's funny that he drives directly over some of these triggers, and I think that's because of the start and stop. Yeah, took a shortcut, Shanky. Yep. I was going to say pretend. Yeah, right?
I don't think it showed anything in the F1 menu, though.
I don't think it did either.
I mean, the biggest thing to keep in mind is this is an early access copy.
Yeah.
We don't know what's planned for a day one patch. There will almost undoubtedly be a day one patch.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we know he's going to go back. I just want to see if he takes that and drives through the hayloft again.
And I'm gonna warn people now. When I stream this, I will have the game sounds, especially like the vehicle sounds, turned up a bit more because I wanna hear them, and I want the
Oh yeah,
I want
it's
that
definitely
feeling.
gonna be turned up. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yep, as will mine.
I will adjust my volume in Streamlabs if I have to be heard over them, but I want. I think they're so awesome. I will make sure they're hearable.
Yep. See, to hear my sounds, I just tell everybody I'm going to shut up for 2 seconds.
Exactly.
Yep.
Oh, wait a second. Did I say that too fast?
Yep, so he did take that again.
And it's so weird too because he gets all like jittery, and then as soon as he gets near it, he just beelines straight for it.
Yeah, he does. That's very interesting.
You see the wheels stop shaking, and he just beelines straight for it, and then he goes the other way around.
Yep.
Okay.
If you pull a vehicle in there, will it? I don't know. That's a good question.
I would say I think the reason why they picked this side to go into the silo on is if you were to come around the silo, you would have time for the vehicle to straighten out before pulling into the silo, whereas you might not have room to swing around coming from the other side.
And nail the corner. Yep.
I don't know,
Catch
I
the
still
corner and
thi-
get hung up.
I still think it's because of the start and stop nodes that you have to have on the models for the AI.
Well, yeah, and I think the reason why they offset it to that side and did the start and stop from that direction is it gives time for the AI to straighten out without clipping the corner swinging around.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so we're going to hop back in here. We parked a tractor in there, and we're going to see if he goes around it this time.
Blindem, yes, it does appear once NBC had like narrowed down the path leading back and forth from the grain mill there, he did seem less indecisive about it, and he was a lot faster about running the route.
You know what?
What's that?
As you walk around this wonderful, beautiful map looking for collectibles,
Yep.
you will find many a ladder leaning up against buildings. that
Yes.
it's pretty wild. You can climb up on top of a lot of the buildings.
Yep, I thought that was pretty cool.
So look for ladders,
dynamic
folks, when
path.
you're looking for collectibles. That's your only
Road
hint.
Texture.
I don't think you actually have access to that road texture, Blindem.
No, you don't. What you do have is construction, landscape, paint. So here are the ones that you have access to. You have the animal mud. You have that's what they consider the road texture, and that's what this is. You've got dirt, you've got forest ground, the grass, gravel, which it is nice they say it, and that's all you've got in the base map. So you've got your six textures.
Yeah, 6.
Yeah, because it doesn't go over. So yeah, so this is the asphalt one, which is this already. All right, so let's see, because all right, it's full on corn. So
That one only holds 60,000 liters.
I know.
I can see them adding extensions to some of these, where it'd be an additional silo or a building like David found where you can link it in
Right.
the XMLs.
Oh, you know what? I wonder if you can actually put a silo extension. next to a building. Nope. Okay. So that answers that
No.
question.
Well,
But
what
wouldn't-
else do they have
wouldn't
for
that be-
extensions in there?
Let's see. So they've got these right here. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's a water tank. And that's it.
Additional supplemental water for your greenhouses. That's nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I can see them adding extensions, especially where it's already kind of based into the XMLs.
So wait a minute. That should mean. Yeah, so you can actually place that next to the greenhouse.
Yeah, and adds 5,000 liters worth of water, so you don't have to fill them as frequently.
Right. There is,
Um,
and that's the cool thing is there's extension. You can make extensions for any factory type, except it has to be turned on in the factory. So a little bit of
Right.
editing of the in-game ones, and you can add extensions for fill types, which I like. That adds a lot more dynamic to the factory productions.
Yeah, and he's gonna literally sit there trying to dump that until there's room to put it into the factory.
Yep, he will. All right, so we manually took him over. Now what I want to see is why the other...
Morning, Mousy Moo.
Hey, Mousy Moo. Hey, Matza. I need 22 code for promote. Have you name affiliate? I'm confused, Matza. I need a...
I think he's wondering if you're a Giants partner.
Oh, yeah, no, I am not. At the
So
moment.
you've got the followers to apply now.
Yeah, I do.
You only need 750 Twitch followers. And
I
you
know.
blew right past that in the
I,
past couple days.
Yeah.
It takes a while to get partner, though, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, but at least he's at a point where he can apply.
All right, let's see. So we've got corn in here. Where else can we send the corn? Let's send him to the Johnson's Farmer Market, and he'd do a loop. Let's see how that works when he gets out on the road. So he should be thinking.
Johnson's Farmers Market.
Yeah, isn't that pretty ironic?
You know, they say there's no such thing as coincidence.
Oh, you mean... I'm sorry. I think there's too many coincidences. Just saying.
That is pretty interesting. Yeah, it's a common name though. Come on now.
Oh, it is. It
Yeah,
is,
but how common is it in the farming sim community?
Well,
I mean, remember, Dave, you're a legend. Even in
Oh,
Germany. I still don't know who was more excited that night, you or them.
right?
So,
Yeah, that was...
they need to patch so if it drops off. Yeah, so my understanding is the loop, it would have stopped once it was full, but I'm thinking the loop only stops if your silo's full, if your silo's empty.
JD, sorry.
Oh,
Hey, JD.
hey JD, how are you, bud? First time seeing 22 gameplay. I'm surprised. They really went a different way with the Oh, they did. They went a completely different way. I mean, as you can see, I got AI driving and stuff, and, you know, I'm at 60 frames per second. And I don't have a supercomputer either, guys. So, you know, the lower end, I'm also on high settings and everything else. So, you can come in, JD.
Yeah, I
Decided
think they
to-
made a lot of subtle little changes to the graphics from 19 that when you add them all together, it makes a huge difference to the way the game looks and feels.
Oh yeah, and you know the fact of the occlusion culling, it actually helps You know, so I mean, like right now we're rendering everything that's out in front of us, but if those trees were actually in the summertime, it's going to take away some of the stuff you're trying to render in. So that's awesome.
Yep.
A nap? Really? Oh my god.
Is this still the map that you had all of the tractors and stuff on too?
No, that is a different
No?
map. Yes.
I
that's a
wasn't
different
sure
one.
because I was going to say that's a good indication too. Like when you were next to every piece of engined equipment in the game, you were in the 40s, but the minute you went just out of eyesight, you were pinned at 60.
Yep, exactly. You know, and
Uh,
that's why I like using that map. And believe it or not, I've gone back to that every stream just to show people that, hey, look at the amount of stuff I've got here. We have one of every shed, one of every silo, all the fences. We have 10 animal pens. We have what used to be the max for productions at 50. Well, it was 50 plus. Oh, we got a tractor in the way up here. So this is going to interfere. And everything. And you're right, all the engine equipment and, you know, the frames were still really good.
Yep. I'm curious because I haven't seen everybody's streams. Has anybody actually opened up the task manager to see how many cores are getting utilized now?
We did on Dave's, but the Windows software is kind of hard to read as far as what it was doing. It shows that all the cores are being used, but it didn't actually narrow it down to say, you know, Giants is using all these cores and stuff.
I know it's not going to narrow it down to say exactly which ones it's using, but you can kind of get an idea based off the core loading what is how much they're getting used.
Yeah, so I'll pull up Task Manager. And here we go. And I'll pull that over to the screen. So where do you want to go to see that?
Go to performance.
Yep.
Hit open resource monitor.
There you go.
And then you should be able to click CPU.
Yep, it's on CPU right now.
Yeah.
So
And then you can look and see which cores are getting loaded or which CPUs are being loaded right now.
So, I mean, I've got stuff on all of them. So, I mean, I got
They're
6
pretty
cores and 12
consistent,
threads.
but you
They are.
can see, look, like 11 and 10, yeah, so you're a 6 core 12 thread.
Yep.
But you can see those bottom 2 threads, that would be 1 core 2 threads are pretty loaded up.
Yep.
Scroll up a bit.
8 and 9.
8 and 9 are kind of minor. That's probably your streaming software and background work.
Yep.
Because they don't have as high of a load, but then you can see right there, 5 and 6 are a little bit more loaded.
Yep.
Scroll up some more.
Yep.
And then I would say 3 and maybe 4 is pretty close.
Yep.
Up some more.
And then 1 and 2.
It'd be 0, 1, and 2. So it looks like you're using 4 core.
4 or 6, because there would be 1.
That's 3 there. 5, like
5.
4 and 5.
Yep.
So that's 6 of them. That's 3 cores. And then
And
the
then-
bottom 2 maybe.
Okay.
So
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, you're using about 8 threads. So
Right,
6
so
so 4 cores.
4 cores. Okay.
Which
that's
is
not
a
too-
far cry from 1 core 2 threads.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's 4 times what we had before. So
Exactly.
You know.
That's huge
yes.
on a game like this with all of the additional scripting.
Yep.
That makes things way more playable.
Yep. Let's see. Everything was going hyperrealistic and looking at the background and more games. Like I was wondering if they wanted to make more games and the graphics and to bring them limit sizers and ability. Yeah, I don't know. So I I tend to go in and I check every time, and I'm assuming that they'll change it. But yes, I have to go in and turn my DLSS settings on every time, and you do that before you enter into the game in that option menu there. So I even had to do it again this morning before I loaded up.
And that could just be something that needs to be patched because it's not remembering the setting.
Right. So as far as your DLSS settings, you don't really have to do anything with that, Brew. It's literally as simple as going in and turning it on as long as it supports. Yeah, JD, it's been every time. So I'll be kind of curious. I mean, I got the 2070 RTX, but that's more of a game setting. So I'm thinking that that's going to get patched, that it's something to do just with early access on that.
Yeah, it that's what it seems like. Is it's just an early access bug where it's not remembering the setting correctly.
Yep. I'm actually not impressed with the graphics version 19, but might be because, well, and that's the other thing you guys have to remember, and we have said this through multiple streams. So I will tell you, as I'm sitting here looking at this in 144 resolution, that, you know, everything is, the graphics are really awesome, the textures and everything else like that. But with me streaming, you're only receiving it in 720, so you can't really appreciate the graphics. And I think anybody that has the game that has streamed it so far would agree with me that until you actually get it, the videos you've seen, the streams you've seen, and all that, you're just not going to be able to appreciate the graphics until you actually sit down and play it on your system. So, anyone know how this runs on i5?
Brew Crew, if you don't have a 20 series or higher, you don't have a DLSS.
Right.
Yeah, it'd be an RTX card, 20 series, 30 series.
I do not, Cromwell. Nobody on the stream team has an i5. Well, at least nobody that had early access. I don't think anybody has an i5.
I did have an i5 and ran 19 till I switched to an i7, so I think an i5 will work fine.
Yeah.
Which
Why it wouldn't?
i5 do you have, Cromwell?
But Jen,
Oh, you don't, Brew? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be curious once, you know, the community gets it and everything, and we get some of the reports back. You know, I'm definitely in my streams going to ask what some of the computer specs out there that are running it. So, I ran 19 and on a 530. Yeah. Yep. Medium settings, yeah.
I don't think it'd be an issue.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You have an
Yeah,
i5
i5
10
10th
gen?
You should be.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Plenty.
you should be fine.
You've got no issues.
Well, keep in mind, and I just noticed this when NBC had his performance thing open. He's only running his clock speed right now is only 3.5 gigahertz.
Mm-hmm.
So anything 4 core, 3 gigahertz and up, you shouldn't have any issues.
Right. Which
I'm running like 4.5, 4.6.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm only going to be running that speed probably for another 2 weeks because I'm getting ready to overclock this one.
But it's still a good test when you go onto that map that has all of that stuff on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're still getting, for the most part, 60 frames a second unless you're around all of the equipment that you had, which is
Oh, yeah. Yep.
pretty much all the equipment in the game.
Right. Yep. All right. So we've actually done this, and for the last half hour or so, you've been hearing us talk about this other map. Let me go into this other map so we can kind of show you a little bit more about the occlusion culling. I'm really impressed what we were able to do and what I was getting for frames. So let me do this and save. And we're going to quit this map, and then we're going to jump into another map that I've got. Career game. I believe it was 3. All right, so this is going to load up. Now, keep in mind, in this map, we have one of every shed. We have one of every motorized vehicle in here. We have 10 animal pens. There's 101 beehives. What else is in here? There's 1,000 something
No,
animals.
you don't have to have it for occlusion calling to work.
No, the occlusion calling's built into the game. No, and you're right, and that's one thing Giants really thrives on their casual is they want to make sure that even the lesser of the systems can run that. So that's why they make the specs what they are. Some of the lower ends might have to adjust their settings, like run on medium, like JD said. But yeah, I mean, right now I'm running on a high custom. And the reason it's on a high custom is due to the fact of the DLSS. But outside of that, I mean, like the tire tracks, I usually don't run with tire tracks. And on these settings, I'm running with a 200% tire tracks. So, still running i7 4770 from like 6 years ago with GTX 1650 GPU and runs with, oh yeah, if you're running 19 on max settings, you'll have no issues with 22.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. And that's the big thing you guys got to remember. If you can run 19, you can run 22. And you're going to see a huge improvement. All right, so it's going to load everything in. And we're right around like 50, 55, somewhere around there. But look at everything that I'm pulling in. I might even hit 60. Here
Yeah, I was
is
gonna say
all the
you've
sheds.
got probably 25 sheds sitting around you right now.
Right. Yep. And actually, that was actually overclocking. So the frames are unlocked, and you're going to see that I'm even going to hit some 60s and stuff. But look at this, with all this stuff around. Now, you're seeing what I'm getting here. I'm actually hitting like 65 in some places. Kind of curious if I go over to the backside if I'll actually get 65. It's hard to find any place in this map I don't have something. Hey, Cowboy, how you doing today, bud? So yeah, so we're at a steady 60. Now watch. I come over here. We got some sheds. We've got that. Got a few more of those things there. And I still have all those sheds in the background. They're right over there. But this is where you're going to see me drop. But this is where we have one of every motorized piece of equipment here. Has anyone played with the animals yet? How do they look and move? So as far as the animals go, we can go over there and I can show you the pigs and stuff. The animals are awesome. We did have one streamer that had a glitch with it, so we're waiting to find out if it's an actual glitch or if it works. But Wheels 24/7. Diamondback D, thank you for the follow. Raz0933, thank you for the follow. I appreciate both of you. But anyways, he left the barn doors open and he had pigs running around to the restaurant and everything else like that. So we'll see, if that was a glitch or what. Gled 1678, thank you. 1678, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. But yeah, the animals are cool. That is for sure. But yeah, so I'm getting 40 plus frames with all this stuff getting pulled in.
Yeah, I was gonna say just look at all of the tractors around you right now. There is
Right.
there's at least 100 pieces of equipment.
Oh yeah, you saw that video?
Oh, it's
I just
awesome.
linked it in your chat.
Yeah.
That can only happen to Wheels.
Well, and that's what we said too. That was pretty cool. Psychotherapy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, we've got all these vehicles.
Yeah,
And then-
and you know darn well in 19 that if you had all those vehicles and you jumped over to this truck, you'd still be rendering all those vehicles and you'd still be stuck at 20 frames a second.
Oh no, I would have crashed. So if you look at the map over here, you can see all those blue and all those vehicles. That's stuff that we've actually placed in this map. Let me, so that's the sheds. All right. So over here, this is where we have 60 factories. Or no, excuse me, 50 factories here. And I'm still hovering right around 60 frames.
He's got a 2070 RTX.
Yep. But
Here you are between 60 factories with all of those tractors, and you're back to 60 frames a second.
Right. And you know, the 30 frames per second, when Dave was in here with me, he's got a newer graphics card. He's got a 2070 Super. He was right around 60 around the vehicles. We both had DLSS on. But like I said, you got to remember, you know, this isn't just your standard map, though. Look at everything that's in here. That's more than what anybody's going to put into their map. So I wonder what I will get on the 3090. 3090, I know
You'll never
Wheels,
see an issue.
No, you won't see an issue. I know Wheels uncapped his, and I believe he's got a 3070 that he just got.
3060 Ti.
3060 Ti, and he had sometimes where he was up around 80 or 90 uncapped. So, but yeah, you know, like Darius said, you know, you got all these factories and everything, and it was just unbelievable. With the pigs, they had that problem with the pigs in 19 when you feed them. Oh, did they, Runner? I guess I didn't realize that. But everybody's been asking about the animals. So let me get into the truck. We'll drive over. We'll look at the pigs. I'll sell a couple of the pig animal pens that we've got there. And then we will go from there.
Yeah.
So actually, he can drive.
A good way to
faster than
think
I
of this right now is anybody familiar with PV County? There is probably more factories and more vehicles crammed into this single-sized map than there is on county, and he's still at 60 frames a second on the map.
Right. All right, we'll go here, do a destination, and we want to go right here. All right. So he should be calculating and taking off.
No,
Wheels
he
hit a hot
can't reach it.
No, he did reach it. See, that's why I don't always put faith in that. It says it's blocked, but he's able to go.
Yep.
Sim Gaming Nation, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. So Wheels reached 120 frames, and that was unlocked. Game Style 85, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it very much. All right, so here we're going to drive up and we'll look at the pigs. You can see some of the animations, and then we'll sell some of those, and we'll get the chickens and all that stuff. So you can see those also. That is fine. Psychotherapy, thank you very much for the host. I appreciate that. You guys are awesome.
Going past the baseball field.
Yep. I have 30 to 60 frames per second with BF. Weird. My 3090. It's just so unfinished game. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you're going to notice a huge difference in here. But with that 3090, you're not going to have any issues. Ross 0933, thank you for the host. Thank you, Darius, for the host.
And for some reason, it stopped auto-hosting my list of people.
Yeah, that's a Twitch thing. I was actually surprised. I haven't auto-hosted anybody in like 2 months. And I kept checking this weekend, and it was always auto-hosting, so that worked out. And I don't know if it had something to do with the fact that I had raided into people, but yeah, it was working.
It could be in that case, because every time I've looked, it is not auto-hosted a single one of the SGA members, and you're all on my auto-hosting list.
Right. Yep. So
Which is why I keep thinking about it when somebody else hosts. I'm like, crap, gotta go auto-host
Yep.
again.
Yep. Can't wait to see Darius break the game. Well, you might get a
I'll
chance
try.
to see that later on tonight when we're on the dedicated server.
Yep, in 4 hours and 19 minutes.
I'll check the server right now to see what it says.
It says you are a god.
Paul Pet, I know Dave
Yep.
said he was playing, I think, with his wheel for a little bit, and the force feedback seemed pretty good according to him.
Still says estimated date of install 22/11/21.
So just to let everybody know in chat, I have run across one issue. So I have a controller, I have the side panel, I have a wheel, and I have a keyboard. I don't always keep the wheel hooked up, so that's why I keep the controller hooked up. I was running into a key binding issue. I still haven't figured it out, but I can tell you what was causing it. There's a key binding issue that will stop your zoom from working with the side panel and the Xbox controller. I don't know why, but when I plug in the side panel, I can no longer zoom in and out on the big map. So if you have that issue and you're running both of those, unplug one of them, and I'm willing to bet it's going to go away. All right, so he's getting a little confused. That's 'cause
I
I
think
took him up
he's-
that way.
I was going to say, I think he's about where he's supposed to be or something.
Yeah. So, all right. So this is the animal pens. And I mean, there's 1,000 something animals here. And I'm still, when I'm standing still, above 50. But here's the animation on the pigs. I mean, got them laying down.
They look cool when they run. All of the animals look cool when they start trotting and running around.
Yes. But I mean, look at them laying down and everything, sitting.
I like their little tails, too. They just twitch.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Look.
That's so cool looking. You see their little tails twitching around.
And it's cool how they just kind of just fall over to lay down. Really cool. Then we got some in there. Can we get in there?
And you've got the fences that will kind of follow the ground a bit, too. They won't just flatten out a huge area. The fence will
Right.
actually follow the curve of the ground some.
Yeah, that was
back
one
in
of
there.
the cool things. All right, Dave. That was one of the cool things. What's the specs of your PC? So, my PC, I am running the Ryzen 5 3600, and I am running a 2070 RTX graphics card. I have 16 gigs of RAM, and I have 8 gigs on the graphics card. But yeah, it is cool because it will do the contour. Before, it would have just, gone straight and you would have had a gap there. So you can see there's different terrains for each one of these. And
Leave the door
actually-
open, I dare you.
I'll leave it open. Oh, I guess that one's not going to do it. We're going to open them all up. How many pigs can we get running around? We're going to see if that's what it was or if it was a glitch. We're going to get bacon running all over the screen.
Bacon.
Bacon, bacon, bacon. And then some of the different types of pigs, which is kind of cool. Let's open these up. So have you ever placed a building and had to put it in the back cliff or something like that? I have not come across that situation yet, Brew. I will tell you, when I was placing some of the fencing, I believe it uses the same technology as in the other build, as in 19 for the transform groups, that you can't be over a 30% slope. Because I did have issues placing fences on too steep of a location. So, All right, let's see if they start running around. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to sell some of these pigs over here on this side. We'll leave those doors open. But let's see. Can we... And the other cool thing is you can actually just click the number. Let's see. There we go. And if you go backwards, it'll automatically go to the max that you have in there. So we want to sell those. Yes. I want to be able to show you the other animals that we've got. So we're going to click that. We got 48. We're going to sell those. Yep.
Yeah, there was 60 of them actually.
Oh, yeah, because you can do 108. That's right. Oh, did those sell?
It sold all but 12.
Ah, that's right. Because the max is 48 when you sell. That's what it was. That's why I thought it was 48. All right, so we'll do that one. So that'll be for the cows. This one here. Sell.
I think it's just remembering the last number you had for buying and selling is what it is.
Maybe.
Because 12 is what you sold the last chunk of, so...
Yeah, I know when you buy them, there was a max of 48. So this one here, yep, there should be 48 of those. Yep, okay. So yeah, it does remember the last number.
Hey, the way I see it is at least you don't have to click the button 108 times to sell them all.
Oh, I know. That used to be brutal. I'd sit there with the Xbox controller just pounding on it.
Yeah, I'm amazed I didn't go through more PlayStation controllers trying to buy animals.
Yep. All right, so now we need to go into... Oh. Anybody else do that? Always go into that wrong menu.
Oh,
All
yeah.
right. So
All the time.
Construction.
Yep, demolish, look for that red highlight.
So we'll do this. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't... I am kind of curious, though. So if I click on this one... Yeah, okay. So yeah, so you still have to sell the animals first. But now that we're in here... Let's go over here. And let's go into animals. And the first one being the cows. We'll plop that down there. And let's do sheep. Because everybody does sheep. Chickens. There we go. And will it let me do the horses? Or is it going to tell me I'm maxed out? Yep, so don't worry about that. That's going to go away. A mod maker will figure out how to break it, even though we already know that it's been broken. F1 menu on one of those, please. F1 menu on one of what? On one of the pig pens? Good to hear. So as you can see, as soon as you walk up, you get down here on the side, and it'll tell you exactly how many pigs you've got, the health of them, the food, the slurry, and the straw. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's go over and let's get some, we'll buy some cows, and then we'll look at them for that. When placing a new pen. All right, let's see. I didn't see an F1 menu on that, so let me see. Animals, cows. Yeah, the only F1 menu is for like the zoom and stuff like that for you to turn it. I'm assuming that's what you're talking about. So you can tilt it. One of the things that I haven't been able to find is you can't actually raise and lower like you could before. So that's kind of a little bit different.
It's giving you a change color option? Does it allow you to change the outside color of the building?
I don't know. Let me see. Let me sell this one.
That was
And he's also
Curious.
saying there was a snap grid too. So let's see.
yeah, it's listing change color. I'm curious if it actually changes colors.
All right, let me get some distance. There we go. So change color. Nope. Yeah, change color. Well, it is.
It's changing something.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow, yeah, look at that. Wow.
I wonder if that's the same with all the sheds.
It probably is, but that is cool.
That is really cool. I didn't realize that. Now, he was saying that there was also a snap grid.
And nothing seems to
Yeah.
happen when you...
I don't see a snap grid anywhere.
I
there's-
know when you've got the mouse up, it shows the middle mouse button highlighted, but I think Wheels said it placed it when he tried it.
Well, oh, so the
it's
middle
just
mouse.
rotate and tilt the
Yeah.
camera.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a snap feature.
No, and that was one of the things that was kind of
I,
disappointing.
I could see them adding that in though.
Yeah. I mean, you literally can place this anyway. And remember how you used to get like the red thing that said, no, you can't place here? I can place this in any direction that I want. The landscaping is okay. I'll show you that here in just a minute when we get done with the animals. If you can hold tight just for a minute. Because that is one of the things I said I was going to cover. All right. So let's
Yeah,
get down.
exactly, Techno. If enough people say we want the snapping feature, they'll add it back for sure.
All right. Let's see. Here's what we're going to do. We can do 80 of these. So, how do I want to do this? Let's do 5 of each. And I should be able to get them all. So, buy. 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 Okay, sounds good, Paul. Did I just buy those or no? Oh well. Buy. Buy.
Yeah, they do have a lot of different varieties now.
Yeah, they do. I could see somebody turning some of those just into beef cattle.
Yep.
I mean, you've already got the models in there. All you got to do is switch them. Oh, and
I like
another
you
one
can buy
down
them
here.
at the different ages too.
Yes. Yep. That is cool. All right. So we've got cows now.
Especially if you want to start out with the cows and you don't have a ton of money to buy the older cows, you can get them at the younger age.
Right. Let me fast forward through the night so you guys can see this in the daytime. Doesn't do any good to show you something at night. All right, we'll fast forward.
Are there lights inside there other than just the red ones?
I would assume so. Well, I'm not getting a trigger.
Toggle map view. That was interesting that was popping up next to that little piece inside there.
No, I was actually pressing the trigger.
Just because
Yeah, I
you
was-
were stopped.
Yeah. There's a flashlight. Yeah, all I see is like the red lamps.
Huh. I was gonna say it'd be nice if there was actually lights that you could turn on inside, because it looks like there's lights, but they're all red. So
Right.
maybe that's just the way it was intended.
Yep, possibility. All right, hurry up and get through. Because I also want to check this out because I haven't thought about this. I'm wondering if they stop moving when you get so far away. You know, like they did in 19?
Oh yeah, if you got far enough away, it
Yep.
would stop.
Yep. Don't you need food and straw? So, yeah, I'm just showing people different things right now, Farmer Marks, as far as the animals and stuff. So they're not going to die on me. Trust me. Yeah, right.
They're
The
all-
red light
A couple of them are
district.
laying down.
Yep.
That one's actually got the feeding robot in that cow barn.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And it's also cool. I love the menu on the side there. You know?
Yeah,
No
you
more
can
having
see it
to
at
go
distance
around.
without having to jump in and.
Yep, all the time. But I mean, you can see what some of these look like. It's funny how it looks like a dead cow.
No dead cows.
Yeah,
I
the
know.
way they lay down on their side and close their eyes, they do kind
Right.
of look dead at first.
They're
Well,
dead.
Yeah,
Look
and
at
then
the
it tells
breathing.
you
It's-
brown Swifts, 18 months. You've got 5 of
they're
them in
still
there.
breathing.
Health reproduction.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other cool thing. I mean, it tells you exactly what it is. I mean, it's insane. Brown Swiss, Angus. This one's 12 months old. This one's 13 months old. Did they add cow tipping? Kind of, sort of, just when it gets dark. I will tell you, where I live, you will never see this many cows laying down in one area unless they are dead. You ever seen this many cows laying down, X-Man? Or Darius?
O-
No, I
only
don't think
if they're inside a barn with bedding, with beds,
Right, yes. But I mean,
but
so
not out in the field.
you know what? I'm curious. Do the pigs do the same thing? Oh, that's the cows still.
Gotta say, gotta figure out how to get that flight mode in there somehow.
Yeah, well, I got the developer tools on. I just don't know what key it is. So, yeah, so the animals actually
Yeah.
all sleep at night.
Yep, which they did in 19.
Right. Did they? I don't know. Mine were always stuck standing up. Huh. That's cool. In the milking barn, I seen many lay down. Oh, okay, Techno. It's if they feel safe. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, the barns typically make them feel a little safer from predators, so they'll lay on beds and stuff like that.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh. Oh, I thought you were getting up. Oh, he's getting up. What the?
Welcome back, Big Daddy.
When you get close to them, they lay down?
That's what they're tipping over cows.
It's cow tipping. I didn't know that.
I tried to get an old man nap in, but unfortunately,
Oh.
without my CPAP machine, I kept waking my kid up, sitting upright in the chair.
I can't sit
Ah.
up and try to sleep very long. It doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I sucked in the walls, and all of a sudden I hear cracking. I'm like, I better wake.
That is unreal.
That's
Okay.
cool.
The cow's getting up. Now watch, I'll go next to it. Lay down.
Wow. Hold on. Well, the old philosophy isn't it
Good
an old
Crocodile
wives' tale?
Dundee.
Well, it's an old wives' tale, isn't it? When rain's coming, the cows lay down, right? And look at your
Well,
forecast.
Oh, it is.
Well,
But-
yeah, but it's also nighttime, so all the animals
Yeah.
are laying down.
Yeah,
true,
the pigs
true.
are
But I'm
too.
saying, when I was a kid, that's what one of the things my dad's like. Oh, look, the cows laying down. Rain's coming. I wonder if that's that'd be cool if that's a thing.
I just figured he was practicing his Crocodile Dundee, you know, walk up and do the horn, and the
Lay
thing
down.
would just lay
Lay
over.
down. I said lay down. Lay down.
Because that's what was that's what was happening. He'd
down.
run up and they'd all just lay down.
You gonna lay down?
The,
Come
the
on,
force
Betsy.
is stronger with that cow.
Come on, Betsy. Lay down.
Oh.
Oh, hey, back up. Back up.
No,
Calm down. Don't you dare. Oh, that one's eating grass, which is kind of cool. Come on, you guys gonna get up?
I don't.
What do you think this is? Sleeping in? All right, let me slow
Okay.
down the timer.
yeah, I like the lighting better too.
Oh, it is.
It's so much better when you see the morning start to come and the lighting in the sky is.
Oh yeah,
Way
it's,
better.
It's awesome. No, I didn't kill no moo-moos. They just died on their own. All right, so I want to get more of them up so we can do a test. Yeah, I can go back that way.
All right, these
Let's-
collectibles are gonna kill me.
Are they?
Are you still looking for him? How many you have left?
I don't even know, but a lot because there's like 10 different collections, and I think I've got one collection down to 3.
So I'm this far away and I'm still able to see
Yeah, they're
them
still moving.
And you need to have it's the once I get all 10 of any of the individuals, that's when you get $100,000 bonus, which I really could use.
Dell 1973, thank you very much for the follow. But yeah, so here's the cows, the different textures.
I think at
and
this
stuff.
point they're gonna wander and move until they're out of sight of you.
I think they are, because we got more moving around.
And you were to the point where they were almost pinpricks on the screen. They were pretty
Right.
far back.
I mean,
Yeah, you can still kind of see him
yep,
moving a little bit.
Yep, there's one still moving. So let me see. All right, we see that Holstein moving. I'm going to look away. And as soon as they come into view, they're still moving. So yeah, so I think they fixed that issue, which is cool. Yeah, but with me turning away, they're out of my sight, so they're no longer getting pulled in.
Yeah, I
I
haven't
mean-
seen any issue with those yet either.
Yeah.
Anymore. The freezing cows.
Right, yep.
Yep.
So, very cool. All right, let's go up and check out another set of animals.
I
we'll
still
do
think that's cool though that you can change the color of the buildings.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Did you know that, Dave?
No.
Yep, you
Yeah.
can actually change them. So I've got the sheep pen here, and what I'm going to do is I'll demolish this one right here. All right, and then we're going to go animals. We'll go sheep. We're going to put this pen down. All right, so there we go, and we'll turn this to the side. And what key was that?
N and M, I think. Though that one doesn't seem to have
No,
it there.
It doesn't have it, so it's just a cow barn.
Well,
I wonder if the chickens or any of the other ones do.
I don't know. Let's find out. But I'll show you what I mean with the cow barn. So, yeah, see the colors change? And there's quite a few
oh
colors.
wow. That really makes it so. Oh, that is really awesome. Simple thing like that can make it so everybody's map looks different.
Mm-hmm. Well, now I'm also curious if on the sheds that we placed you can do that. Because those are by Horman too.
Possibly some of them.
Which will be interesting to see what that is in the coding for them to do that. Probably just another
Mhm.
line in
Yep.
the XML. But, all right, let's
'Cause-
put the sheep
'cause it-
pen back.
It does make the menu a lot less cluttered if you don't have to have 6 different 6 different sheds for 6 different colors.
Oh,
Right.
definitely.
My guess is that you have to have your building UV mapped like the vehicles are, and
Ah,
then
okay.
yeah,
All right.
in
so
order for the materials to take on different colors.
Yep. All right. So we're gonna buy 5 of those. Buy 5 of
Yeah.
these.
Less than 4 hours.
For some, others are going to
For
be
some.
trying.
Yep.
Well, the staggered downloads will help with the massive amount of people that are going to be downloading.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll be ready to go.
How's the server? That
I've
might
already
come up
downloaded
soon.
and installed, so
Have you checked the server yet? Because
Yeah, it just says I just did before it. It says estimated time of install 2211.
2211.
Well, it's backwards.
20
Remember that Very
Yeah.
Games is opposite, so it's
1122.
November. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
Yeah, delivered. So no, it's not ready yet.
I wonder what time it's the server company is in there.
I'm hoping it comes up at midnight their time or whatever. I think
Yeah.
the same as what it does for us. I'm
So
hoping.
here you go. I mean, look at the textures on the sheep. You get the right angle and you can actually even see the wool
yeah, that's
standing up.
way better than it was in 19.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the tails move. The animation on the animals is just incredible, except for that right there. But
See, I think you could take the sheep, stretch out their legs, their necks a little bit, and call them alpacas, and it'd be pretty close.
I bet you're not too far from the truth on that.
There you
Why
go,
don't
Billy.
you do that? Why don't you do that, Darius? Just stretch the legs out.
All right, who's going? NBC, you grab the arms. I'll grab the legs. Notice I'm still sleeping because I
just
said arms for a sheep, so never mind. I'll go back to sleep.
Wait a minute. I got the
That's
front
just
legs.
a good way to get lamb shanks pretty easy.
Oh yeah,
I got the front legs, Big Daddy. You get the back ones.
that's better. Thank you. Thanks for help. I need help.
And whatever you do, don't pull a Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah. I bought and downloaded last night. Yep, you can download it
Awesome.
and get ready. You just can't activate. So a lot of people have been doing that. Yep, it's not going to let you enter your code until the time is right. There's a big database that they're linked to on times and stuff. So
Yeah, I was having a conversation. I know Scurvy was worried about people having issues with it installing, but I think it might be the Windows 11 people that were having the issue with it not installing, because I had no issue at all.
well, and that's the other thing too that
I
was
didn't either
thinking.
though. Mine installed fine too.
Yeah, see, I'm Windows 10, and at the time, I thankfully had a program already installed to handle image files. Otherwise, it'd
Oh,
been an
yep.
issue.
Did
Yeah,
you
so
guys
Windows 10. Yep.
get image files?
I got an image file last night. I do not have any program for it, and all I did was double click it, mounted it to a
A drive.
virtual drive. I opened it up and hit setup.
I double clicked it and it said you to find a program to open this file.
Yeah, mine did the same.
That's weird. And Billy's saying he's got 11 and installed without issues. So it's just
Inconsistent.
yeah, it's inconsistent.
I still have it mounted.
Yeah, I unmounted mine
Yeah.
a while ago.
Yeah,
You
I think mine's still mounted at the moment, but it's
I didn't want to take chances. Can it be unmounted?
See something pink. We got.
All right. So here you go.
I love the running chickens.
Oh, I know. They're cool. Come here. Come here. Come on. But yeah, the textures are just awesome on the animals. I use Linux.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
There
Oh,
goes
you
the
use
rooster
Linux?
running
Yeah.
around.
Yep.
Oh, one of them just ran with the wings flapping and everything too.
Claus Gaming DK, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. Long Vike 1982, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Too bad you can't cut off their heads. Well, it'd be better if you could just grab them and spin their head.
Yeah.
That's the old school way.
Sure, Wow, NBC.
Is that JJ?
That is JJ.
Oh, all right. I thought
Yeah, that's
somebody's
JJ.
missing a J there. All right, hey Jay.
Let's see. Did we put the horses down?
That's an image you never get out of your head when your uncle does that thing. Like, all right,
Yeah.
okay.
All
Moving on.
right,
I was like, okay.
So we're gonna use this cornfield over here, and we're gonna do a little bit with the landscaping tool, because some people have been asking about it. So you can kind of see what some of the features are. I'm not overly impressed with the landscaping tool for certain aspects of it right now. So let's see. We'll go landscaping, and what we'll do is we'll go through the different sculptures. There are a couple interesting ones that I haven't played with all that much. Jedi Horn 019, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate it. So the first one you got here is for raise and lower. Pretty standard on this. Let's see. We'll make the area bigger. So to lower it, you just go with your mouse and you can lower that down. To raise it, just be the other mouse. It does it a lot slower now, so you can get a little bit more precise. So I do like that portion of it.
It also seems a lot more gradual, so you don't get the really sharp edges.
Yes. Yep. It does. And this last one here is going to be interesting when we get to it. So this one here for the level, it does it a lot more gradual, like Darius said, but you can do that. And like, if we come over here, just leveling this back out. The other thing too,
I like that it's not the quick, sharp. All of a sudden, you've got a lump that's like 6 feet high that's got really sharp edges you can't do anything with.
The other thing too is like I just leveled this with the grass, and like if we raise this, you know, the grass stays there. Remember how the grass used to hover and then you know it would change and fall down, or you'd have to take it off or something. It's nice and gradual now, so I think that makes it a lot better.
Yeah,
So,
you don't have to repaint the foliage back on top of it.
Yep, exactly. It holds right to it.
Did you get the slope to work?
I haven't yet. That's one of the things that I wanted to work on. So here's a soft, what they call soften. So let's raise this up. This is the one I don't really like. It kind of replaces, what do I want to call,
Flatten?
The smoothing.
the smoothing. Yes. They call it soften now. And I mean, it is working, but it is very gradual. And I think I can get used to it eventually.
Yeah, I think that's what it's going to be, is because now we don't have the really sharp edges that need to be smoothed. Now we can soften the slopes versus, and eventually return it back to flat if you keep up with it. But
Right. And now
I like
this
that
is,
it doesn't seem to be charging you any money to do this.
Well, that's also because I might have a few extra in my save game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was charging me when I did it in my game.
Yeah,
for
it's
sure.
it's
Oh, was
$10
it?
it's $10 or €10 or no $10. All right, so this one here, this is supposed to be a slope. Okay, so set point of target, slope to point, but it doesn't say if you're sloping up or down.
Make a big hill and try up against the hill.
Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna no target height set.
Yeah, make a big hill first.
Oh, okay. Yep. Now I see. So
All right, now go to the slope one and grab set the target point to the
Yeah.
top
I'm
and
gonna
see
make
if you
my
can drag
circle
away from it to make a slope.
bigger. No target point set. Oh, that's why. Wrong key. Okay, so there's a target point set.
And then now click over by the road with the other one. It should be. Yeah, keep dragging back in the other direction.
I wonder if I got to go bigger with it.
Maybe.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So,
see,
yeah,
it's
that's-
making a nice
Yep.
gradual slope to that.
That's how
height.
you get that to
Boom.
work, Dave.
I didn't even. I wasn't watching.
What?
Yep. Now you've got a nice
Do it-
gradual
do it
slope.
one more
That is
time.
fantastic.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. So what you do is you click on what you want for a height
Yeah,
with your
left
right
click
mouse.
for the height.
Yep. Right click for the height,
Oh, right click. Yep, right click for
Yep.
the height.
and then make this bigger. And you come over here, and you're going to hold the right button down, and you're going to drag towards, and it automatically makes a slope for you. See how smooth that is?
Nice.
That is a really nice feature.
That
I couldn't
is.
get that to work because I was trying to do it the other direction.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, see, because if you try to do it the other direction, it doesn't know how far to guess at it. So
But,
you
like-
set your height, and then you go out to where you want the ramp to land, and just work your way back.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be super handy.
Just go nice and smooth. So like I still have a height set. What I'm going to do is come over here now and drag back.
That's why I'm hoping that some of these features are in the editor. Remember how I
Yeah.
asked you?
Yeah.
Right, Dave?
Yeah, because that'd make doing your, like, when I was trying to do Uncharted, going down the backside of the hill and have it nice and flat for the road.
Oh, you know how much easier it's gonna be able to do switchbacks and stuff.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely.
Switchbacks, roadways.
So that's cool. Now jump it. Of course, Casket. Just for you, buddy.
So you can make them as steep or as shallow as you want, and it makes a nice gradual slope. That is cool.
Yeah, let's go higher. I'm curious if there's a height. There's got to
Yeah,
be a height.
that's. Wow, that is
Wow, that's like a
that is up there though. Holy cow, that is up there.
It's like a mountain rocket.
So there's the top. Oh,
There.
really?
It's like a
Wow, that is high though.
That is. So let's set that point.
I can't see it. It's fine, rubber duck.
That's a good thing.
Rubber Duck, thank you very much for the follow. And TST Rome ECKI, thank you for the follow. All right, so
now
now
drop
what
a
we're going to
windmill
do.
on the top of it, and it'll be the Eye of Sauron.
I just realized something
yes.
absolutely freaking amazing. Do you want to know what it is?
Well,
Let's
yeah.
hear it. You've already
Recording
threw it
guys
out
want to
there.
know.
Oh, maybe. I'm gonna have to. Hold on a minute. Is that really true? Maybe not.
Aw.
Oh man, I can't see the grass planted. There's a culvert that goes right underneath the road,
Mhm.
and it has terrain on the top. But I think it's just the bushes that are planted. But that's still something we couldn't do before. I don't think. Put the bushes
Right.
on top of an object. It looks like it's ground right over the top of it.
Huh.
I know I could definitely take out. Big Daddy, I'm gonna have to see if I can plant grass with plant tool on top
That
of here.
is awesome.
That's what I'll do.
Wetlist 89. It does list Windows 8 and Windows 7 on the Giants website when you go to download.
The top one is Windows 8/10. The bottom one is Windows 7.
Consequently, oh,
I
go
was
ahead.
thinking the exact same thing, Casket. Someone on a multiplayer server is going to go out and they're going to come back and there's going to be a wall around them.
Hmm.
Or somebody's going to pick their tractor up and move them around.
Actually,
I
you
know.
know what?
Who would do that?
Yeah, who would do that?
Who would do that? Mm.
Let me see.
I'm going into the test map. I gotta buy the land.
I want to see something, but that is cool. Do we have a vehicle over here?
I don't know who would do that.
No, nobody. No.
Nah.
All right, let's get this turned around.
Not Fubbins. Never. Not once. Not ever. No. Not build a wall around
All right,
somebody.
we're going to try something here.
I did get that clip though of Big Daddy dragging Dave around.
Did you?
Yeah, I just threw it in your chat.
I think it was Photoshop.
Oh, okay.
No.
Oh, look at that from a distance.
Holy cow!
That is cool.
That's sick. By the way, 3 hours, 39 minutes.
So
Not
let me
that
ask-
anybody's counting.
Not
No,
at all.
I can't
Not at all.
Now with landscaping, let me ask you guys that are more experts with than I am. If I had my vehicle underneath that ground and then you do the landscaping, will it leave the vehicle on top of it, or won't you be able to do anything with it?
I think it'll bury the vehicle. At least it did in 19.
Okay.
Or it would freak out saying there's a collision.
Okay. I was just curious.
You're not going to make the gap. You're not going to jump it.
I was gonna say
Only
that's a little
truck
too
keeping.
steep for you to climb.
Why
I
is
think I
everybody
can,
even be
I
able to
think.
climb?
It's cool that it drives up it, though. I mean, that's
Yeah.
at the
I'm
max
surprised-
elevation in the
They
game.
should- Yeah.
Uh-oh. Nope, smooth it out.
And-
Oh, no.
now you're
no,
spinning
no,
out
no.
because you don't have the traction.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is a little too steep. Uh-oh. Abort. Abort. Bandit chip. Oh.
Oh, no.
Oh,
no.
really?
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh,
It won't even go over.
I'd say it's impressive that you didn't fall over already, though, considering
Yes.
there's only front tires on there.
Yep.
Wow.
Come on, fall over.
I think you're done stuck.
Oh, there it goes.
Oh,
Timber.
there it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
All right. So now, let's get out of the vehicle.
Oh,
Doesn't work, Dave.
Let's do
the part
landscape.
that's the part that the thing is on is part that you can't own. So I can't do it. Can't landscape it. It looks really good, the tunnel going under the terrain, but I think they just put a bunch of bushes on top.
Mm.
However, before you couldn't even put bushes on it if it wasn't a terrain. So either
Yeah.
they placed in bushes that they made copies of, or they did something.
Yeah.
Well, let's go up here and look down and see if it covered the vehicle or not, because I was right over it.
I think it did.
So not that I want to suggest it, but what if you go to your PDA and try to go in it? What was going to happen? Or won't you even see it on the PDA?
What do you mean?
Oh, there it is.
Oh, I see some good. I see some good server play coming. And then take their permissions away when they got one vehicle. Help! Help!
Hashtag rage quit. Something like that, Casket.
Mhm.
Something like that.
What was that one? Queen of the what?
Papes?
Papa gas.
Pepper gas.
Pepe
Thank you for the
gas.
follow.
Puppy gas?
All right, so yeah. Oh,
That's a snappy little tractor. Like I said, it's about the size of your John Deere. But it
yeah.
has 3-point hitches. I tell you what, I might find a use for that.
I'm curious if it's got the same amount of power. I mean, the truck drove up, you know,
Uh-huh.
and that was the max slope. I'm wondering what the power is on this. Big
Usually with
fat
electric-
animal, thank you very much for the follow.
Usually with electric vehicles, they're very torquey, if I remember correctly.
Yes,
So
Yeah.
I think
they are
it should
very
be.
that should
good.
be.
Oh, here's the 101 beehives.
Holy cow!
Oh, I told you,
Here-
we put it to the test. And then we
It
put it
works.
at 120 and we put down the spawn point afterwards. That's
Uh-huh.
when we had pallets sticking the ground.
Oh jeez.
No
Oh,
wonder
yeah.
why you had pallets sticking in the ground. I mean, come on.
I mean, it
What do you
almost looks like a
mean?
it looks like a cemetery. It looks
I
like
was going to
headstones.
say, they
Yeah,
look like
yeah.
caskets or crypts.
Yeah.
Do look like grips.
All right, let's see if we can drive up the max angle with this.
Ooh, crypts, cemetery. Let's see. What kind of features can we add to a cemetery?
Salad
Weird-
Gravy, thank you very much for the follow. I appreciate
Oh,
it
no,
very
faster.
much. It actually did.
Uh-huh.
Yep, that truck was stuck at 5.6. He's doing a steady 10. I think he's going to have it, and plus he's got 4-wheel drive. So.
Oh, oh,
Oh.
it got it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Look
Yeah.
at that bad boy.
Whoa, boy. Look at that.
Ooh, I got another project for somebody with artistic talent.
Ooh,
Now that
now I
Sign.
gotta
I have
try
more
something.
artistic talent.
Signs. Who wants to be in charge of
landscaping.
building
Scurvy does.
signs on the new
Nope.
map?
I'm not artistic whatsoever at all. I suck at that
It
stuff.
requires drawing stickmen. I'm in.
Yes. Stick figures?
Gotta be
Hey Twargo,
Alright,
how you doing?
So we
Like,
gotta
it's
do
out, Gravy.
this.
Got a new follow of Salad Gray there too. Salad Gravy.
Yep, I got
So-
that one. Thank you. All right, so what I want to do is I want to see what it's like to be at the top of. What do you mean no? Oh, I
looking
need
on
to raise this.
creation at the only explanation. Oh, sorry.
The only way I'm
Somebody
gonna
got
get
some good
elevated
sleep,
is
huh?
to get up there.
What is the top of the world? Do we find any collisionable water on Elm Creek?
I was gonna say you haven't tried digging down to the water yet.
Oh, that's true. Let's go down this time.
Reverse.
Yeah.
I am gonna take a quick break. When I
Let's
come
go
back,
down till we get
to see-
warm.
a very, very deep hole. Okay.
I was gonna say, I think in the digging process, you're gonna have to go back and forth with the camera.
Yeah. Still going.
Ow.
And there's no water yet. I'm beginning
No.
to wonder if there is a water plane on this map.
I don't
Huh.
think there is. I wonder if they're all individual.
Yeah.
You can hear China
Wheels.
already?
You see how it's nice and red? It's probably how warm it is down there.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Wheels.
Did you
So I
find all
think
your
we've reached
piggies?
the bottom.
Did he hear me?
Probably not.
No.
Come on, land right side up. Well, it's got good buoyancy.
Wheels,
All right,
did you find
guys,
all
we'll
your,
s-
your pigs.
Your piggies? His piggies doesn't want to come home. Sorry.
I thought I had them all back in the pen, but then right when I went to log out last night, I saw one run around the building.
That is an awesome feature. If that's
So I
not a
have
glitch.
no idea.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's an awesome glitch.
I don't think you can climb out of that one there.
Sacrifice it to the pit.
I'm like, what's that pig doing out?
Is that just because you left the gate open to the pigs, or
I don't know. No, the gate was shut.
Oh, Cromwell, thank you for making me feel old.
They
Dig
don't-
deep enough, you might find Fraggles.
Fraggle Rock? Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Right.
Oh, God. Now we all feel much younger.
Yep.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
It wasn't my. I don't even know what they are. So
I got a countdown.
Fraggle
up on
Rock,
my-
it was
It's a
back
spin-off
before
of
the
the
era
Muppets.
of
nope,
The
never
Muppets.
watched it.
Jim
I got
Henson.
a
Yeah,
countdown
it's a
on my
spin-off of
screen.
Muppets.
All
Love
right,
to
Wheels.
break rock.
Oh, it's that time already?
Not quite, but no. I didn't mean I'm live. I meant
Oh,
I have a countdown to launch.
yeah, we're having too much fun here trying to figure out the landscaping.
No. I'm good till you're done. So.
Oh, you know what?
yeah.
I wonder. Let me see something. Can we go from a low point to a high point? I would think that we could. So we're going to set that there. And then I'm going to come all the way over here. And we're going to turn this way. It is a little harder. Oh, look at this.
That is pretty cool.
Are you
Wait a
actually?
second. It's doing the gradient for you?
Yeah.
What?
That's
How
what the
is-
slope feature is.
Oh,
You
yeah, the
pick
slope
height you
feature.
want to go
Yep.
to,
Yep.
and then you pick a spot and drag in that direction, and it will create the slope for you.
Yeah,
Huh.
I figured
Can
out
you
last
choose to-
night.
Can you make it
Degree
small
of
enough to make
slope?
ditches?
Yeah.
I would imagine you could.
Yep. I
Oh.
think.
So
X-Man
it's
sees
79%.
Well, yeah, I want you know me. I've been wanting ditches for 3 years.
Pitches are a pain in the rear end.
I know what
Yeah.
Dave doesn't like them, but they're realistic in America. So
Not in between fields.
no, but on roads.
Oh yeah. Can somebody tell me where the collectibles are? Wasn't there a collectibles cheat or something?
And actually, you can make waterways too.
There is, Dave. If you go into the XML, it's just true and false.
Oh really? And it whole hot.
I told you, is it wrong?
It is. I'm going around looking for him. I have a couple
I
horses. out
haven't-
here.
This is
that's
awesome.
I've been
Look at
looking
this.
for 4 hours.
That little tractor is like the
Uh-huh.
little engine that could.
It is. It's a little beast.
This
is it
is
the
cool.
save game XML that you just turning on?
No, I think they had one in there that was collectibles.
Yeah, it's called cheatymod.xml.
Oh, you've heard of this game before, Alex? I would hope so. You should have heard it a lot over the last 92 hours.
And then weeks before that.
Yeah, this is pretty freaking cool. So I retract my other statement. The landscape tool is a lot better. Oh, there is a max speed.
I think it's just going to take some getting used to. They've
Yes.
they've made some what look like really cool changes. Now we've got to get used to it because we've
Right.
been trying to get used to the 19 version all this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
And I mean,
I
it's not
agree.
like you're going to do stuff like, well, you might do stuff like this on the map because I did.
Well,
You can, and you can make it very usable
Oh,
with a little
quarries.
bit of
Can you
finagling.
I wonder if. Okay, Dave, let me ask you this.
let me
Knowing
tell you
that you-
this.
Yep.
Go ahead, change your collectibles to true, and then you won't be able to collect them, because you did it in the XML. You won't get the money.
Good.
Oh, you didn't get the money?
Cheater.
Well,
It's just marked in
That's what
his.
you get for cheating.
Well, all
Yes.
you got to do is leave one left. Figure
Find
out
one
which
over 6
one.
hours.
You got 10 different collections. They're $100,000 a piece. So
Oh.
you need one of each, and they're numbered in randomly, so you wouldn't know which ones to leave and which ones to keep.
Well, I didn't say it would give you the money. I just said you could complete it.
Well, I don't want. Well, I want to complete it because I want the money.
Oh, the money.
Hey,
you
Yo
just
Show.
go in the XML and
Hey,
put
Yo
more
Show.
in there. Hey, Yosho.
How do you
So-
show?
Let me ask you this, Dave. After seeing what we could do with the landscaping tool, right?
Yeah.
Could you put like a fill plane down there of like, let's say, gravel or something, and you'd actually have to landscape down to it, the actual player, and have it.
No.
Oh, you couldn't. Okay.
Because they would be sitting on the top of the. You can't put something under the landscape like.
Okay, so it would just, all right.
But I will
Well-
say this: as far as I haven't seen the visibility nodes on anything yet. I don't know if in factories that's possible, but the sawmill does have a fill plane mover with the wood chips that can be used in production. So we do have the mover available.
Yep.
I don't know yet visibility. I'm still searching for stuff like that, obviously.
Okay.
But there's a lot of features like hiding from the menu that I still can't do. So explosions are kind of an out thing right now.
Right.
And there are a lot of tests I can't do till I have the editor. Like 2 production factories, I got to be able to edit one into one single script, which would be really nice. We need
Oh,
that
yep.
to. We need that with visibility nodes to do a buildable type thing. Not saying the visibility nodes aren't a thing. Oh, pallets. That's right. Let's see if how the code looks in a pallet because they have visibility. See, that's the type of thing that you gotta search.
Yeah, I think the ability to landscape is going to go to way new levels now with 22.
Oh, yeah.
With the ramps, the smoothing and stuff like that, the edges just naturally being much smoother.
Yeah.
Right. All right, so now I want to level this. To try something. All right, so now we've got that. And now, let's see. If I set this as the point, whoops, right there, and I want to go from here. See, you got to go back down so you can see where you're starting from. Is landscaping free? So yeah, landscaping is not free. Don't go by my money. There's a little bit more in the XML than there should be. So that's why it doesn't look like I'm taking anything away. Not to mention that this was a multiplayer game that had that same amount in all the accounts. And when you consolidate, it creates one account.
That's right.
Land not owned by you.
Pallets use animation. We might be able to do buildables using an animation. Like the pallets do. Come in one at a time.
Right, let's see.
I'd like to see if somebody can Lewis script in now with some of these new landscaping features to attach it to a vehicle.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So that you can, like the slope feature, be able to do that off of a
Scraper.
yeah,
something.
scraper or something like that, or a bulldozer, and be able to pick a point and just have it, you know.
Right. Trying to see. If I can turn around. Trying to find the easiest way to be able to do a slope from the ground up to the top. And that's the hardest part. So let's see. If we start here. There we go. And who says Farm Sim can't be fun? Come on. Once you have your mouse button pushed, don't let off from it.
I
Yeah.
will say your map
Just
looks
playing around
kinda
with the
weird.
landscaping tool, Chan man.
Yep.
Destroying his map.
It will be nice though if that is how you can do the landscaping in when you're trying to create a map in the editor, because that will help
Right.
a lot.
So,
You're about halfway there.
yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, clearly there's limitations due to the camera and things like that.
Oh,
but,
yeah, definitely. Where did I leave that tractor?
I mean, who's realistically going to try and make something that tall on their map?
Oh, I don't know.
Me? No, just
Nope. Tractor
I
ain't
think it
down
was
there.
behind you up on the side.
I'll just click through some vehicles.
I'm just hoping that we have good landscaping, sloping tools, and maybe even fence splining tools right in the editor for making it, because other than that, which I would imagine they did something like that. I can't wait to see what else we can do in the editor.
This is why they need an in-game vehicle switcher. Of course, don't buy everything in the store, too.
Well, exactly. Who's really going to have that much equipment on their map?
Not on a base game map, that's for sure. Good lord.
Come
Well,
on.
exactly.
Where
and,
are
and
we?
he's still
Where
pushing
are-
better than 20
where are
frames
we?
a second fast switching through vehicles.
Ugh. Wait a minute. Where'd he go? Oh, there it is. It was right next to me. All right, where was the one I just built? I think it's over here.
Nope.
No, it's over there.
Yeah, over there. Over around the big pit.
That is kind of cool, though. Now I want to build my farm down there at that level. Yeah, right. Flashing lights. Yeah, I missed it there, Alex.
See, the only thing I can say now, though, is take a look at what we were able to accomplish in 19 during the map contest, and now imagine what you might have been able to accomplish with these extra tools.
Right.
Yep.
So this is the max slope in the game, and this tractor's still climbing it at 7 miles an hour.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
You know, I mean, you're not going to be doing fields like this.
No, and of course you don't have a trailer with any weight behind you, but
Right.
still the ability to climb up it is pretty impressive.
Yeah, right, Cromwell? The new Mount Olympus. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, even to that height, it's still not as sharp of a drop as it would have been in 19.
Oh, no. No, that would have been a straight vertical drop off.
Yeah.
But you know what this means? Now it's time for skis and snowboards.
Yep.
But just
Yeah,
look at the
that's
graphics.
also a lot taller than you'd have ever been able to accomplish, given the way the landscaping worked in 19, because you couldn't go
right.
to too big of an extreme.
Yep. I still want to get up on top of one of those.
I bet you could walk up there.
I don't know. It's kind of steep.
And dead.
Yeah, I don't think I'm making it up that one.
Maybe not.
Hey KW, how you doing?
Hey,
How's it
KW.
going, KW?
Hey, KW.
Well, they're starting to.
Well, here's
Well-
the thought. Try playing around with a truck being on the ground and then drive it up into the air with a... See if it'll work.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I've been noticing a pattern at the end of streams.
What's that?
I mean, last night at the end of Dave's stream, he was raining tacos.
Tacos.
This time you're like doing extreme, like
Trying to build a pet Tower of Babel.
I'm not touching it.
You know, I just found a Mi Familia taco or Mexican restaurant on the map.
Yeah, well, ain't nobody gonna beat the raining tacos. I'm sorry.
No, that was going to be tough
Nope.
to beat.
Nobody can say they've eaten tacos on a
Tacos.
free access game.
Exactly. That
Yeah.
that is a first.
Ooh, is
Yeah.
he going to make it?
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Look at
come on, little guy. Look at that.
The little tractor that could.
Good. Yeah.
Ah. Ooh.
Lack of sleep.
I must have took a wrong turn in Albuquerque.
Yes, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yes, Dave made it rain tacos. Anybody that hasn't seen the video, you still got that, Darius?
There's a clip. Yeah.
Yeah, can someone
Yeah,
post that
Billy's
link?
got the clip, I think.
Yeah, there's a clip of that one, and there's clip and Wheels little piggies
Yeah,
running around.
yeah.
Yeah. We'll see if they're
Got to get
still
both
running.
of those in there. So, yeah, so in about 14 minutes, we're going to go over and raid Wheels, guys. We're just kind of messing around with the landscaping tool right now. Oh, you know what? That makes me think about something, though, on a serious note. Because
not
is
serious.
I know, because that is the max slope. We had issues placing fences, and I'm curious if it's just because it wasn't smooth. If that's a gradual slope that will take a fence. So decoration. Doesn't really matter which one.
You're probably right. The smoothness of the slope is probably what determines that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. Where is it?
Behind you.
Is it behind me?
Angle of the slope, smoothness, one of the two.
Yeah, it's over that way.
Oh, it's that one. Okay. Yeah, let me get over there. And we'll see. Yeah, those two clips, you got to take a second and watch those clips. They are both really hilarious. Don't own the land, I know. So let's see.
Yeah, I mean that's
Yep, look at that.
that is pretty impressive.
Oh, that is. And how it
Wow.
follows that even onto the flat ground?
Oh yeah, because that's what's cool about this, because like I can come over here, go up here. I mean, look how easy it is.
I don't think anybody's gonna try to get that property away from you.
See, that's too steep of a terrain, but
Yeah. Yeah, but if you came back the other direction with it down the slope a little bit more, it was able to do it. So
yep.
Yep.
So
Poland
wow.
Shadow, no. There's no pre-download for Steam, only for Giants this afternoon. 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, you'll be able to download it on Steam.
at 3 a.m. Eastern.
3 a.m. Eastern, yes, that is correct.
But yeah, I mean, look, you can literally every one.
Yeah, that is so nice to be able to do
It
that.
is-
You
It
can
is neat.
Huh?
Yeah, right, Michael. I
6 p.m.
think
Eastern, Cowboy.
uh
Yeah.
Did they change the time for Giants?
nope,
6
6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern tonight for Giants.
Yeah. Okay. Because I got a time. Yep. I got a timer up on my. I'll have a timer up on my stream.
There.
Yep.
And I'll be going live doing a tech help stream to get anybody who needs help installing it. So we don't have the fiasco of the image files and all that fun stuff.
When are you?
Ooh.
When do you plan on doing that?
Probably like 4:35 my time, maybe about like an hour or
That's
so
what we
before it
need.
starts.
Okay.
Where are you?
Because I could hand off to you. Well, I can't because. Oh no. Well, I don't know.
No.
I could do that. Or
I wouldn't
Okay.
Come
in
on,
there.
where'd
I
you
would
go?
leave your guys' streams as they are for that
Okay.
content. But if anybody's
Okay.
having problems, send them over to me. That way, I
Okay.
can
Okay.
assist them with them doing because I'm just twiddling my thumbs anyway. So
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
That's
Cool.
pretty much what we're all waiting for here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
How
that
did you
sounds
curve
great.
the fence? So the fence curving is actually part of the new what do you call it? Sculpture tool or whatever. It'll
Yep.
allow you to put it at the angles and stuff. So it's
Yep.
real easy.
It can curve it? I mean, or just draw it in separate sections?
Yeah, he was just
Well,
clicking the button a bunch to place the
yeah.
different fence posts.
It's
and
the same
create that
concept
curve.
as like splines. The more you put in, the more you can curve that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna go see if we can jump this.
You could make an
And it's
excellent
snowing in
rally
May.
course.
Yep. I was
Wow.
thinking the same thing, and someone in chat said that too. Yeah, we got a UTV right here. We're gonna go try it.
They say it should be pretty easy to find. Look for the giant pillar.
Pillars.
Oh yeah, pillars at this point.
Hey, that kind of looked like it was this morning driving back because it was snowing a little bit.
Yep. I wonder where they are.
Yeah.
I don't see them.
They're supposed to get 45-mile-an-hour winds this afternoon.
Oh
Oh.
man.
That blows.
Yeah, it does.
Which is a good reason why I'm here instead of there.
Yeah.
There's no hunting in 45-degree wind.
No. If you don't want to be out, they don't want to be out.
Come on. All right, let's see if we can make it through the crypts. Anybody ever going to put 101 beehives on their map?
No.
It's possible.
Yeah, it looks. Yeah, it just started. Brew Crew, because my bushes are going back and forth outside my window here.
All right. That one I can't get a running start to.
I'm hoping it takes all my leaves off my yard for me.
That's going to put. It's going to take all the ones from the neighbor and put them on yours.
Yes, basically, that's what happens. Yeah.
Now that I said that, thank you for doing that. You not jinxed it.
Oh, you're welcome.
X-Man's gonna go outside and he's gonna be the only one.
Oh,
in the
hey,
neighborhood
look,
with
there's a
leaves on.
horse.
Yeah, don't mention it.
You can't do it now. All the fences are in the way.
Oh, we're going to take care of that here in a minute.
Yeah, I don't think they'll make any changes to the animal enclosures for this version at this point, but I could see in the next version of Farm Sim them
Yep.
going to a
I could see that.
where you can now use that fence tool to start making
Yep.
making enclosures in the future.
Be
Why
cool if
would
you
you
could use
not
that.
be able to do that in the future with that fantastic
Mhm.
tool?
No, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Demolish. So, and like if you put more than one in there, it'll only take one at a time. So I was kind of curious about that too. You just have to get the right angle. And actually, while I got the demolition tool, I want to try something. All right. So these are in-game buildings. I thought someone said earlier that you could delete those.
You can delete some of them that are on your farm by going to the demolish key under your buildings under
So I've got
construction menu.
demolish. So I can't do
Yeah.
the fence.
No, only it's like certain buildings in the owned farm area,
Oh, okay. So you do have to own it.
I think. But even then, I don't think you can just take out all of them. Just certain buildings. I don't know what the criteria is.
All right. Well, let's buy that land and try that, and then we're going to try to jump this. So we're right there.
Oh, that's a lot of vehicles, man.
No. Just a couple 2-tree. Landscape tool. All right. Now get back over here. Now that I own it, I wonder if it's going to let me delete the fence and stuff like that too, because that's the same fence that I just put in. and it
If
doesn't.
you put it in, I think you can remove it. If it's
right, I
yours.
didn't put this one in. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't think it works on all props, just certain things.
Yep.
Like that happen to be removable farm buildings
Yeah, so I could see that.
on your farm,
Right,
on the place they intended a farm to go.
right. Oh, there's a
don't think they-
snowman.
I don't think they actually intended a player to use that as a farm.
Right.
Well, maybe in multiplayer, but not.
Okay, everybody keep their eyes open. There's another snowman somewhere. Every place else, they've been in groups of 3. Where's Mama? I don't
Maybe
see
if
her.
it's the item was a placeable or classified as a placeable, maybe that's
Right.
how you can remove it.
That makes sense. All right, let's see.
Well, I'm going to start starting soon, but I'm not in a hurry. So
Can we make it? Well, I think it's a little too steep to try to jump. We need someone to mod this to make it do like 200 miles an hour. All right, let's see if it'll roll backwards. Help? Yeah, that's not going to work. Yeah, anytime you're ready, Wheels.
yep, I got my starting soon screen. so-
Perfect. All
Your
righty,
team is
everybody.
winning their NBC.
What's that?
Your team is winning pretty good.
Oh, I didn't even realize they were playing right now.
23-7.
Wow. I'm
How's Green
impressed.
Bay making out?
23-10.
They're winning.
Oh, that's
Nice.
not bad.
No, we're not winning.
Oh,
Oh,
This stadium is so loud. It should be banned. I don't know how anybody could. It's just because of it's a dome.
right. All right, guys. Hey, I want to thank you all for coming out. The last 3 days has been awesome. The next time you see me streaming, you guys will actually have the copy of this. I hope I was able to help you with stuff that you needed and everything like that. We're going to kick you over to Wheels for one of the final countdowns to get you to the game. Thank you again to all my moderators. All the follows, the follows and everything like that have just been insane lately. Once again, everybody in chat, thanks for stopping by. We had a slow start to this. Big Daddy, thanks for going for an extra half hour longer and everything. But yes, I appreciate you guys and thank you very much. Thank you for the biddies there. I appreciate that. Alrighty, we're going to kick you over to Wheels. You are live, right? I think
Yes,
it
sir.
is.
10-4.
Alrighty. And you guys have a wonderful day. I'll be in chat and everything else. And we're going to go over there and see what Mr. Wheels is going to do for you today. See how many we're going to take over. If you get lost, just go find Wheels 24/7 on Twitch. I got
Wheels with it.
153 going over. What's that?
Wheels with an F's.
Wheels with an S. That's,
That's
exactly
right.
what I
Don't
was
forget
saying.
the S.
Yes, wheels with an S.
All right, guys.
We-
We'll see you over there. Got 154 coming your way, big guy.
Okay, roger that. Seatbelt
Just don't lose
fastened.
any pigs.